Hello and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center for a match tonight between number 9 UC Santa Barbara and our own number 12 IPFW Volleyball. I'm Neil Day, alongside me is Jill Lyon, commentating the match for you tonight. UC Santa Barbara and IPFW, a long rivalry which I've been a part of for a couple years. A lot of friends on these two teams, and when they get on the court, it's all out war. What does IPFW have to do tonight as compared to last night in order to come out and get a win over Santa Barbara tonight?
I think tonight IPFW needs to cut down on all their serving errors, and I also think that they need to communicate more on defense and pick up a lot more balls.
One thing last night, as you mentioned serving, we had 32 service errors. What type of thing does IPFW need to do to cut down on that many service errors?
I think they need to stop when they get the signal from the coach. They need to stop and take their time and relax and then serve. I think it's all so quick. It seems to be so quick.
But one reason why they did have so many service errors is because they were really trying to serve aggressive. Do you think they should let up on the aggressive serves or keep going for it?
No, I think they should keep going for the aggressiveness because I think this is a good enough team that if we serve lollipops, they'll bury us. Okay.
Like I said, this is a long rivalry between these two teams. Santa Barbara has a tradition of being very heated in the middle of the match and occasionally saying a thing through the net. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight because our players are apt to respond to such advances, I should say, by the other team. One thing tonight I think IPFW really needs to do, they need to block well, and they need to get Raul involved in the offense.
Yes,
and if they do those things, they should be okay.
I agree.
So we're looking for a good one here tonight, Jill, and we'll be getting started here in a few minutes, and we'll be right back after these messages.
How can you find out when lightning may strike? And how do you see? How can you tell if a child is growing normally, if baseball is getting better, or traffic is getting worse? How do you know about stock market trends, the risk of cholesterol, the history of witchcraft, or the future of spacecraft? With statistics, that's how. And how can you find out about statistics? With the new Statistics series, Against All Odds.
Turn to find help for an elderly person you love. Call the Elder Care Locator at 1-800-677-1116.
Is a need in your own hometown. Please join your local chapter.
For over 2 millennia, Western society has generated a rich visual tradition of painting, sculpture, and architecture. What do these images mean? How can we understand them? Art of the Western world will take you on an exciting journey that will suggest answers to these and other questions. Beginning in ancient Greece and ending on the brink of the future, it will examine many of mankind's most enduring artistic achievements.
Carol.
Tom.
Some people still don't realize how space technology benefits everyone.
Well, you've played a detective. Why don't you give them a clue and I'll be your helper.
Okay, partner. Look at this.
Without warning, hurricanes can take a huge toll in lives and property.
But with space satellites, we now have ample warnings.
And thousands of lives have been saved.
Hey, Carol, we're a great team.
We're a great item.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
Welcome back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. You see Santa Barbara out there warming up right now. A couple players you're going to watch for them are number 32, Jason Mount, their big middle, and Todd Amati, their big outside hitter. They have another kid from Puerto Rico, number 6, who has just come in this year. He's a new player, and he's playing really well for them. What do you know about this team, Joe?
I just know that it's a big rivalry between the two. They go at it pretty hard every year, and they play about 3 times. Is that right? About 3 times?
Yeah, every year they played out. They played once out in San Diego this year, and Santa Barbara won in 3 games and humiliated IPFW because it was IPFW played possibly their worst match all year against Santa Barbara out there. So IPFW is looking to prove to them what they can do. The last year's match went 5 games here with Santa Barbara, and it was a great match. But IPFW came out on the short end of the stick. But like I said last night, IPFW had some injuries that match, and hopefully they'll be able to come back tonight and prove what they can do. This College Cable Access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Here we're getting a look at some of the fans here tonight. Looks like a pretty good crowd we're going to have here tonight. A little bit more than last night, and that's surprising knowing that IU played today and that they lost to Kansas. And a lot of these people are just getting here from the game. They stayed at home, glued to the TV sets, and jumped in the car and came on out to watch some volleyball tonight. Hopefully, IPFW won't fall victim like IU did. Stace Luget is another player, number 14 for them, who's going to be a big contributor for them tonight. I'll be curious to see who starts for this team because they have so many great players, and they have a deep bench just like IPFW does.
I think IPFW's key for tonight is that Raul Papaleo needs to get involved in the offense a little bit more. When Raul's not involved in the offense, we tend to struggle a little bit. And I would look for Craig Collins maybe to start tonight.
Well, Craig started last night, and Quentin Spiegel was on the bench, and Quentin's been their big numbers producer this year. So Raul Papaleo's had some great matches, but he's been up and down throughout the course of the year, and Quentin's put up the big numbers for them.
I think Quentin is struggling a little bit with his shoulder. I think he's got a little pulled muscle in his elbow.
Yeah, he does have a shoulder injury.
His shoulder's hurting too.
He threw that shoulder out a few weeks ago, and as we talked about in last night's telecast, the way his hitting style doesn't help it any because he swings at the ball in a very weird way. It allows him to get a lot of kills, but it also causes him to hurt his shoulder even worse. Here we get a shot of Coach Ball getting his troops ready for the match. As you know, the way warm-ups work here in college is each team gets 5 minutes on the court by themselves. Santa Barbara's been on for about 4.5 minutes now. In about 30 seconds here, IPFW will take the court.
This is a good time for IPFW to really warm up on their hitting.
Yeah, they need to get themselves loosened up here because Santa Barbara starts quick, and IPFW has a tendency to start out really slow. So they need a good warm-up today because if Santa Barbara jumps out on them and they fall behind, they may never be able to catch up.
Again, tonight the key to IPFW's victory will be serving aggressively and in the court.
Well, right now, both teams are practicing with their serving. I'll be anxious to see how IPFW comes out serving tonight, whether they'll send guys up to jump serve or whether a lot of guys will be serving from the floor. I know Steve Simonson came in off the bench last night and did a good job serving. So did Chad Blatchley. I will be curious to see who Coach Ball brings off the bench tonight to try and counter what Coach Preston from Santa Barbara brings off the bench. Coach Preston and Coach Ball know each other really well. They both coached together in 1985 in Japan. They coached the national team in the World University Games. So they know each other very well. They're good friends. They also know each other's tendencies very well. So tonight will be another interesting chess match, much like the ones that Coach Ball and Coach Shondell have.
No thanks.
Here we get a shot of Lloyd Ball, getting ready to go back. His jump serving tonight will be really key for IPFW to win this match.
He needs to keep it in and serve aggressive. They all need to be aggressive, but try to keep it in the court. I think they need to take a little bit more time when they go to serve and relax a little bit when they get the signal from the coach.
So Jill, before the match, what were the players' morale like that you saw today? How are they feeling about tonight's match?
I saw Quentin earlier today, and he said that his shoulder was feeling really, it was feeling good, and it didn't really hurt last night. So he's going to be a big key, I think. And all the guys, I think, were pretty laid back. They all want to win. They were all watching game film before the match, the last game when they got beat. So it's going to be a good game.
Paper Relat also reeled off a few good jump serves last night. Hopefully he can do the same thing tonight. Santa Barbara, one of their big keys tonight is going to be their passing. If IPFW can serve well and cut down on those 32 service errors that they had last night, they should be able to win this match in 3. But Santa Barbara is capable of going to the tank.
I also think, Neil, that a big key for us is Pepa and whoever starts in the middle. We need to really block their number 32, their big middle. We need to really try to keep on him.
Well, that's a good point, Joe. You know, as last night, that was one of our biggest bright spots was our middle attack. Peter Kujak, Quentin Spiegel, and Felipe Relat all hit over 400, which in baseball, it's similar to baseball. The way you figure out a hitting percentage is you take the total number of attempts they have, you take the total number of kills they have,
Good evening,
subtract the
ladies and
errors
gentlemen,
from the kills,
and welcome to the
divide that by the
Hidden
total number of
Sports
attempts.
Center.
We're going to go down now to our announcer, Eric, and get the introductions.
Visiting UC Santa Barbara Gauchos and our own IPFW Volleyball. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Gauchos of Santa Barbara. At outside hitter, a 6'4" junior from Santa Cruz, Spain, number 1, Hector Lopez. At setter, a 6'2" freshman from Santa Barbara, California, number 3, Todd Rogers. At outside hitter, a 6'4" freshman from San Juan, Puerto Rico, number 6, Henri Velasco. At outside hitter, a 6'4" senior from Encinita, California, number 14, Stacy Luget. At outside hitter, a 6'6" freshman from Westchester, California, number 15, Doug Hughes. And in middle blocker, a 6'10" senior from Santa Barbara, California, number 32, Jason Mount. Head coach of the Gauchos is Ken Preston. And now for our IPFW Volleyball. At middle hitter, a 6'6" sophomore from Ponce, Puerto Rico, number 8, Felipe Relat. At swing hitter, a 6'1" senior from Cogas, Puerto Rico, number 9, Raul Papaleo. At setter, a 6'9" junior from Woodburn, Indiana, number 10, Lloyd Ball. At middle hitter, a 6'5" sophomore from Galesville, Wisconsin, number 11, Peter Kuyak. At opposite side, a 6'5" sophomore from Detroit, Michigan, number 12, Craig Spider Collins. And a swing hitter, a 6'4" junior from Yoko, Puerto Rico, number 15, Norman Almodovar. Head coach of the Volleyball is Arnie Ball. And now would you please rise and join in singing as Mark Bonahum sings our national anthem.
Mental illness. We fear it. We laugh at it.
This guy's lost his
We scorn it. We think it's shameful. But these are misunderstandings. Misunderstandings that will fade away if we see mental illness for what it really is. A medical disease. A disease that can be treated if you just know where to turn. For an informative booklet, call the American Mental Health Fund.
here at the Hilliard Sports Center. Tonight is senior night, so we're going to recognize these seniors since it is our last home match of the year, other than tomorrow. But it's the last big home match at nighttime, so we're going to recognize the seniors here, and we're going to go down to the floor to Coach Ball in a second here so they can get their awards for serving here and playing for Volleyball.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I would like to, at this time, to ask you to honor and to congratulate the 3 seniors that we have on our team this year as I introduce them and bring them forward. First of all, from Glendale, California, number 4, Chad Waxley. Second of all, from Rochester, New York, number 7, Quentin Spiegel. And thirdly, the first NCAA All-American from Puerto Rico, number 9, Raul Papaleo. Thank you, gentlemen, very much for everything that you've given us.
There we see our 3 big seniors, Chad, Raul, and Quentin, all have done a tremendous job here lifting the IPFW program to the heights that it's reached within the past few years. Raul starting out as a setter here and becoming the great outside hitter that he is. Quentin coming in the same year I did and playing opposite his first year, middle last year, and opposite, and playing both positions, middle opposite this year. But Chad Blatchy, an outside hitter and opposite, who comes in off the bench usually and really sparks his team. All 3 of those players will be a big part of our stretch run here to try and win a national championship, and will be very, very badly missed next year.
Very big shoes to fill.
Especially in Quentin's case. I'm actually talking about his actual shoe size. Well, they got Craig starting to get the night at opposite. He came in, had a little rocky start last night, then the coach took him out and put him back in later on. He came back and played really excellent.
Craig's an extreme power hitter.
It's a good serve by Craig. Set up. Ball spiked down. But watch for Lopez tonight because he's a big hitter from Puerto Rico. He's from San Juan, the same place where Juan Ortiz, who played for our team last year, came from. He's a big hitter, and watch for him to have a big night. One thing that really shocks me is on the bench right now for Santa Barbara is Todd Amati, who's possibly their best player. But right now they feel it's their best lineup that they have out there, and Amati's been struggling this year, so they have him on the bench, but look for him to come in. Ball tipped out of bounds by Volleyball. Side out for Gauchos. Tipped by Felipe Relat. Ball killed down by Jason Mount. Off the set of Todd Rogers. Norman with the pass. Set outside by Lloyd. Norman puts it down.
That was a great play by IPFW, but again, I think we need to get the pass closer to the net so Lloyd can run the offense.
That's a good point, Jill. Norman, that pass was back off around the 10-foot line.
It's going to be hard for Lloyd to run middle if we get to pass the ball off the net like that.
Jason Mount's going to be their big gun tonight. He's very slow, but he's so big that he gets a lot of kills. And he has a very quick arm sling, but his feet are slow getting up there. So we can block him if we get in front of him.
That's exactly what we need right there. Raul Papaleo. We need Raul in the offense. It's a great attack.
And the way to get him in the offense is by doing exactly what we just did. Start the combinations. Have Felipe get up early like he did. Leave Raul open. We're going to kill every time.
Start with the pass. We need to start with the pass every time.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame, Jill. Lloyd Ball's jump serve. He's off to a good start with an ace.
Excellent serve.
There's another great serve by Lloyd. Set up the Mount. The ball's dug by Normie.
Again, that's our middle. We got to block that ball.
Well, the further off the net they are, the harder it is to block it, but we certainly, if we don't block it, we need to dig that ball because it wasn't hitting very hard. Lift called there on Lloyd Ball.
Pass might have been just a little too tight. Raul will be fine. He'll get it together.
I'm not sure who the referee is up. I've actually never seen him before.
I haven't either.
But tell you what, I'm not too sure Patty should be up there because she is one of the best, if not the best referee in the country.
She is very good.
And being the down official, she has less authority than the up official. And we'd certainly like to see her up there in an important match like this one.
That's an excellent pass by Raul. Great attack. That's all we need to do is pass the ball and we'll be fine.
Great kill out by Felipe Relat. We're getting the middle started again just like we did last night. Tough serve by Felipe. Stace Luget, who is suspect, that's a left. Todd Rogers, who's the Santa Barbara setter, number 3. Couldn't get his feet under that ball. It's very important that you move your feet to the ball and try and set it. He was a little slow getting his feet to that one. Felipe to jump serve. Another ace for IPFW. Serving looks a lot better so far. I mean, knock on wood here than last night because they're not.
They seem to be just as aggressive as they were last night, but maybe tonight they'll fall in for us.
Stace Luget will have problems passing, so we want to attack number 14 on our serve. Ball served out of bounds. But if we can do that all night, trade an ace for a service error, we'll do it. We'll take it.
Another great pass.
Ball spiked down by Peter Kujak. Once again, the middle's getting really cranked up. Peter Kujak, our player of the game last night, coming out on fire. They attack Luget again. It was a pretty good pass, though. Luget sends that one sail, but there's a net on IPFW.
I think that was Norman.
Luget's a big left-hander, and he'll tend to get a lot of kills for these guys.
Good jump serve.
Normie had some problems passing that one. Great up by Jason Mount using that 6'10 frame to stretch out and pick that up. But Lloyd digs him right back with his 6'10 frame. Norm Begorm gets blocked, picks it up. Papa sets it. And Normie's moved down.
Blocks seem to be standing there. Norman's got to get that ball in bounds.
Set was kind of tight. Normie had a little problem with it, but when there's a bay like that, you gotta take it and throw it off the person's hands out of bounds.
Great hit by Craig.
Craig's picking up where he left off last night on a roll. We need to keep him at that high level. We can't let him have him come down. He tends to work in spurts like a roller coaster.
I think all Craig needed was just a little bit of confidence this year, and he's doing great.
Craig does tend to get down on himself. He's a tremendous player, and sometimes I don't even think he realizes it himself, and he gets really frustrated with himself.
He has more potential than any athlete I think I've ever seen. He's got great jumping ability.
But when things are going well for him, he's one of the best players in the country. Peter on fire again.
Peter's becoming a big part of this team. He's playing great.
Has been all year long. Doing a great job. He really came to his own last night, being his best match all year.
Doesn't his brother play for a good volleyball team?
George Mason. His twin brother plays for George Mason. But actually, his brother's a couple inches taller than him, but they're twins. But Peter's a better jumper. And Peter went to a better school. Those two players also, Peter Kujak and his brother, are going to go against each other down at Ball State at their invitational. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that will be.
Trying to figure out which one's which.
That was a great set by Loy. We just got to pass the ball.
Normie's blocked down by big Jason Mount. Jason Mount, 6'10", puts up a very big block, even though he's so good in there. But when you give him that much time, when the pass is bad like that, he's going to block you straight down. Another point for the Gauchos. They're up 6-3 on us. We got to get something started here. We don't want to keep this losing streak going against them. Felipe with the joust to the net. Takes him out down.
Pippen just got right in between the block and hit it straight down.
Great job by Felipe. Taking charge, sending Jason Mount back to the weight room. You know, it hasn't been all bad for IPFW in terms of their matches with Santa Barbara. We did beat them 3-0 in the A6 tournament last year in San Diego, but in that same tournament this year, they defeated us 3-0. And we need this match tonight, both for rankings and for our own
excellent play.
Personal feeling. Ball set outside the Papa. Blocked by Mount. Luger picks it up. Set up the Mount. Mount picks it. Normie with the set off and Kujak's dig. Papa blocked straight down by Mount.
That was a good set by Norman.
By Mount being so big, he's really able to get in front of the block there. Velasco to serve. Net on Stace Luger.
Great job by Loy. He's struggling to get to the ball. We got to have better passes. Loy's back to serve now. We'll maybe get something going here.
Loy's back for a jump serve.
That's a couple service errors in a row. We got to get the ball in bounds.
Loy had the ace to start off with, and so did Felipe, but
he's
both
got such a good serve.
Since then. Yeah.
He's got such a good serve. We need it. Great set.
Outside the Spider-Man. He's blocked again. Mount is getting his hands on everything. He's doing a great job blocking. Luger caught running. If he would have been set there, he would have dug that ball, but when you're running on defense, you can't play that up.
Felipe Verlat here. Jump serve.
It's an echo. I don't know what it is. It's not because...
Great block.
Felipe back to jump serve again. Great serve by Verlat. Kujak up.
That was an excellent serve by Pepe. He
Double
needs to
net
keep
call.
it aggressive. Keep it aggressive.
Peter Kujak was in the net, but so was the setter from Santa Barbara, Todd Rogers. Greg. You guys start here right now. Another jump serve by Felipe Verlat. It's a great one. Loy couldn't quite get his hands on that one.
That's okay. We scored a good point there. We scored a really good point. Pepe served very aggressive.
Great serve,
pass.
Raul with a great pass. And there's the
Yeah.
combination to get Raul involved.
That's what we need right there, Raul. Again, it's so important to have Raul Papaleo in the game. Another jump serve. Great jump serve by Raul. Good defensive play.
Outside to Normie. Normie pounds it through the block using his strength. Another point for us. We're back in this now. It's 6-5. We're down 1. Raul needs a tough serve here because we've had a few errors this game and we can't afford any more.
Raul usually doesn't come up with the jump serve at the beginning of the game. He's serving really aggressive.
Coach Ball's attacking Stace Luger, who's their weak passer, and they're going to go on him all night long. Great dig by Loy. Peter, ball's picked up. Another great dig by Loy. We couldn't get our hand on that one, though. Velasco out of Puerto Rico with the great dig, and it allowed Santa Barbara to get the point. But Velasco shouldn't have had that ball because he was out of position on defense. He just got lucky, stuck an arm out there and popped it up.
They do play a lot up.
But 9 times out of 10, he's not going to get that ball. Here comes the jump serve from Todd Rogers. And it's another
excellent jump
Santa
serve.
Barbara. Rogers will jump again. Rogers comes from a long line of great setters out of Santa Barbara, starting with John Wallace a few years ago, who was first-team All-American. Great pass by Raul, nice and high the way Lloyd likes it. Sent to Peter. Peter's on fire. He's been playing great past few nights. He's been on
Lloyd
fire.
is so big at the net, he can have those balls so tight, and the other team doesn't have any idea where he's going with it.
Great serve by Craig Collins. Rogers sets outside. Swing, great dig by Craig.
Dig.
This ball swung on again, another dig by Felipe. 3 for $1, ball's covered. Another dig by Felipe. Lloyd kicks the tip, they play it up. Sets outside, clamp that. Off the hands, out of bounds. Doug Hughes gets another kill off the block. Hughes was really swinging away there, and then he decided to use the tip and told Peter Kujak out of bounds. Great play.
Peter was there, and he had a great block. He just needs to turn it in the court a little bit.
Great kill by Norman Almodovar off the block. Power and fill him. Normie's so strong, he just usually goes through blocks. Doug Hughes back to serve. Comes a jumper. The ball sailing. Almost hit my boy to Dawn.
We'll take those service errors.
Here comes Normie with a jump serve of his own.
Both teams seem to be having a little problem serving tonight.
Great jump serve. Lloyd with the setback to Felipe. Stuffed back down in her face. And Todd Rogers. Now Todd Rogers is the setter, and he is blocking on the left side. The reason he's blocking over there is because he's their weakest blocker, and they want their big blocker over on the right side in case Raul comes outside. Spider-Man puts
Great
it away.
swing by Craig. He's playing with a little bit more confidence tonight.
Comes Lloyd with another jump serve. We will see
Great
Lloyd jump serve a lot in the early goal. Oh, that should be a replay. Instead, that's why we need Patty up there. That ball is tied up there for longer than a second. They should automatically call out a replay and replay the point. It's like a jump ball in basketball. If the ball's tied up for too long by 2 players, automatically call a replay. But he missed that one. Ball set up to Spider-Man. He pops it up again. Goes outside to Papa. Ball's dug. Spider-Man on the block, goes out of bounds, no touch.
Santa hit the ball out of bounds.
Santa Barbara will complain as usual, like they always do after every point. The referees can't let that influence them because every point they will complain.
They talk a lot.
They tend to talk. That's just their style. They're good guys. I'm friends with a lot of them, but they tend to talk and complain to the refs and trying to get things to go their way.
Very good tip by number 1.
And quite often it's effective. You see that go on by a lot of coaches in college basketball, but you don't see too many players doing it. But Santa Barbara, their team tends to do it, and it tends to work. That was kind of a wimpy serve by Jason Mount, but
that happens every once in a while.
Every once in a while. I don't know what he was trying to do. Another service error by us, though. Now, it doesn't matter whether it goes under net or in the net or out of bounds. It's still a service error.
We need to stay positive, though, with each other. The team needs to really stay positive, help each other out.
It's a jump serve. Felipe passes outside to Norman. Great foul by Norman. For those of you wondering why Felipe will not pass that ball, usually he doesn't pass. Norman and Raul do all the passing, but when there's jump serving, the ball comes so fast, 2 players can't cover the whole court, so they put a third person in.
Another service error by IPFW.
Raul serving.
I still think they need to take a little bit more time when they go back and get the signal. They just need to relax a little bit and take their time.
Certainly, they need to do something different. Great pass by Raul. Great save by Loy. Ball
Great pass, exactly like how Loy likes it.
See if Peter can get us started serving. Had some problems.
Good serve. Way to keep it in bounds.
Kujay pops over the ball. Ball up to Kujak. Kujak sticks outside to Normie. Normie goes over him. Out of bounds. Tremendous elevation by Norman there. Getting up over the block and hitting over them. Ball served out of bounds. Another service error. We're on a pace.
That was a good aggressive serve, though.
Last night.
He was going for zone 5. That was a very aggressive serve.
Well, you know, I said last night that you like to see IPFW serve tough, but you know, there's a point where I can't use that excuse anymore because they're missing too many serves. And against a team like Loyola Marymount, they can get away with it. But against Santa Barbara, if they miss 32 serves tonight, there's absolutely no way they can win. That's 32 chances for points. If you think about that, if they score even half of those, that's one game they've won right there, 15 points. They have to get the serves in bounds.
Another service error.
There they go. They're trying to serve the ball tough, but they have got to keep the ball in bounds, even if it means letting up a little bit. Because Santa Barbara doesn't have the best passers in the world.
Great set.
Oh.
Great set.
Great. There's Lloyd using that tremendous athletic ability. Turned his body parallel to the net.
It's an excellent set.
Getting the ball to the middle putting it away.
Pepo was there, too. Your middle hitter has to be there. You know that.
Yeah, Felipe Relat's doing a good job getting up early tonight. Velasco with another kill. You know, a lot of great players are coming up from Puerto Rico, and the 3 schools that have the beeline to them right now are IPFW, Penn State, and Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara's also had other great Puerto Ricans in the past, like Jose Gandara, who's an All-American for them. IPFW, as you know, has had 5 Puerto Ricans.
That's what we need right there. We need somebody to get excited and pump this team up. I think Pepo's capable of that.
Penn State has also had several Puerto Rican players on their teams and has really picked the level of volleyball up on those teams to bring those great players in from Puerto Rico. There goes another one. That's Felipe's second already. He had 6 last night. IPFW has got to start serving better. Looks like they're not going to let Jason serve again. They don't want another serve going under the bottom of the net.
He's probably just not used to serving. Goes back, he's probably real nervous.
Well, he probably is pretty used to serving because different from the women's game is that you really allow great kill by Raul off the combination. That is what we have to do. That's what they've done in California when they had all that success. Run the combination, get the blockers to go with the decoys,
yeah,
and get Raul.
I think Loy needs to stick with that. They're not blocking the combination very well, especially Raul.
They'll never stop Raul.
He's hitting it straight down.
Stay Sujet off the block. Norman says he didn't touch it. Now, fans, you know that ball went ricocheting out of bounds. And a lot of you at home say he had to have touched it for it to go that way. That's not necessarily the case. Sometimes the ball will hit the net and take a crazy bounce like that. And I know Normie, and Jill knows Normie really well, so I don't think he lied about that. But he has to not worry about it and get ready for the next point. The ball's almost dug by Craig Spider-Collins, but he couldn't pop it up. Hector Lopez with a great serve. Spider-Man with another kill. Craig has been playing really well tonight. He's come out consistent. He's very under control, and that's what we need him to play, just like that. You know, it's really funny, you know, because Quentin Spiegel is a big part of this team, but looks like we have an injury here to a Santa Barbara player. It just twisted ankle. He just has to walk it off. He'll be okay. But right now, the 3 guys, everybody's playing well for IPFW's team. In his positions, Peter Kujak, Felipe Relat, and Craig Collins. So it'll be curious to see where Coach Ball puts him in, but I can guarantee Quentin Spiegel will play before this match is over. It's really nice having Quentin on the bench over there, though, because it allows for IPFW to make substitutions.
IPFW has a very deep bench.
Double substitution here. Jason Mount coming in and Todd Amati for the injured player, Doug Hughes.
He's limping.
Todd Amati is a big gun for these guys. He's had some experience with the national team. I played with him in the Olympic Festival, and now he's back to serve. He caused his big fits here last year in the tournament, and why he isn't starting, I don't know, but now he has a chance to come and improve what he can do. There's the Spider-Man. Ball's dug. Outside.
Great dig by Raul.
Velasco with a great hit. Craig keeps it in. Pass by Amati. Back to Stace Luget. Cramp. Sit down, Stace. Norm McGorm, the blocking storm. Normie's ready now. He's pumped up. That's a big block. That's what we need to get the crowd to the match here.
I think that's what he needed too. Maybe a little confidence.
See if we can't get a Norm McGorm storm watch going on. Oh! Lloyd, a blocking boy. Uh-oh. Sit down, Stace. That's twice in a row, boy. And Stace tends to say things through the net, so there's nothing more satisfying than blocking Stace Luget.
There's not really much they can say after that.
Great dig by Raul. Let's get started. Let's beat these guys because we owe them one. Oh, there's the Statue of Liberty sucker play. It's when the ball is passed up, you're a back row setter, so you can't jump up and attack the ball. You can pretend like you're going to go up and set it at the last second. You pull your hands down. The other team is expecting you to set it. Instead, it just drops right in on your side of the net, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you got to be ready for that. Stay alert. Oh, great set by Lloyd.
That was a beautiful set.
Oh, that was amazing.
He does come up with some amazing things.
Lloyd has done things this year that have amazed me. He did some great things last year setting for me, but you know, he's even come up with some greater athletic plays this year.
I think you got to give Pepa a lot of credit too. You middle hitters, when you're up,
being ready.
You know, he can't do it unless you're there.
IPFW's pumped up here. I like the intensity showing here. It's been a really slow match, but things are starting to heat up here a little bit. Coach Ball getting up and calling up to his team where he wants him to be. Jump serve by Lloyd. Great, they're getting their serves in. Great tip. Ball set up by Lloyd to Normie. Normie hammers it out of the back door. Normie's on fire right now. Timeout by Santa Barbara. The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 and IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. IPFW is really on a roll here. The fans are getting into this. You know, they were down 8-6. They just scored 3 unanswered points. Have to keep this up going.
You know, I'm really surprised at the crowd. Every spring fling that I've been here for, we've packed it to the top. I don't know where all the people are.
You know, that's puzzled me too. You know, our fans have always been the best fans. Our fans have always been the best fans, but tonight, you know, we have a small crowd here, and the fans that are here are really trying to get the guys pumped up. But past 2 nights, like you said, in the past, we've usually almost either sold the house out or come really close to selling it out. But not this weekend. Don't know why.
Must be basketball.
The basketball was going on this time of the year last year, and we still
I don't know.
have the big crowds. Doug Hughes is still injured, getting his ankles taped for Santa Barbara. I'll be curious to see if he comes back in, but I actually think they're better off with Todd Amati in there. Felipe blocked. Set was kind of tight, and the middle blocker committed on him. So now IPFW has to come back and see if Lloyd goes back to him or if he chooses to go back to Raul or maybe outside to Craig. Pass by Norman. Set by Lloyd. Good back pass. To Raul. Almost dug.
That's what we need right there. That was a good pass by Norman. And Raul crushed it.
Felipe back to serve. He's going to jump here. We need to get our serves going. His third service here. He had 6 last night, 3 tonight. That's 9. Having a lot of problems with our serving. That's a whiff by Kujak off a great set by Loy. Got it over the net. Ball's hit. It's out of bounds. Oh, no.
That looked out.
Looked out to me, but they called it in. But IPFW, very sportsmanlike. They're not going to argue it, even though the ball was out of bounds. Move on to the next
It's
point.
one of the most frustrating things in volleyball when you think you know and it goes the other way. Great
set by Lloyd. Great hit by Peter Kuzak.
Well, he's using the middles very well. Raul's back to serve now. Let's get it going. Good serve. Excellent hit by number 6 from Santa Barbara.
It's Velasco out of Puerto Rico. He's been doing a great job tonight. IPFW needs another side out here because now they're down 10-9. Santa Barbara scored 2 points. And if they allow Santa Barbara to score a couple more, it might be an insurmountable lead.
That was off the head of number 6. It's a great hit.
Norman Pastor went off his Puerto Rican counterpart. And now Spider-Man's back to serve.
Good serve. Way to keep it in bounds.
It's really a weak, ugly-looking tip, but it doesn't matter if it works.
It's the floor. It doesn't matter.
Lopez complaining to his coach about something. I can't tell what it is, but he's back to serve. The ref should have blown the whistle by now. The ref should blow the whistle. They're giving these guys all day. They have to blow the whistle.
I'm not sure who this official is. I've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before. But he has to blow the whistle sooner than that. He can't get these guys all day to talk to their coach. They have to serve. It's slowing the game down. Great dig by Stace Sujet. Sets outside to Stace. Stace sails a home run over the right field wall. It's a point for IPFW.
Peter Kuyak.
Side out for IPFW. They're still down 9-10.
We got lucky there. That serve was out of bounds.
Great dig by Craig Collins. Ball spiked down by Peter Kujak.
Oh,
under the net.
That's a good try by that setter. Peter Kuyak's back to serve. Good pass.
Blocked by Norman.
Norman was in the net.
Norman was in the net, side out.
Side out.
Santa Barbara.
Number 11, Todd Amati, back to serve.
He's got a great jump serve. If he can get it started, it'll cause IPFW some problems.
Oh, we'll take that.
Once again, another service error. Side out for the Dons.
Good serve.
Set outside to Stace. Lloyd didn't get over the net. Once again, he didn't penetrate quickly enough, and the ball ended up hitting him in the chest instead of in the hands and landed on their side of the net. The referee needs to blow the whistle. He's taking too long to start the ball play. He's allowing Ken Preston to have timeouts by talking to his players. The referee has got to start blowing the whistle faster to make Santa Barbara serve instead of giving them all day.
Lloyd ball's back to serve. Let's get it going now. We need some aggressive serves. It's 10-10. Great serve.
Great serve by Lloyd Ball. Ball spiked down again. Velasco with another kill.
He's a lot like our Puerto Rican players. They get really excited and they get in your face and they attack the ball.
That's how it's played down there. High school.
They let you know.
It's a #1 sport down there.
Great attack by Craig Collins.
Let's take it very seriously.
Great
Craig's really doing really well. That's like his 5th kill already in this game alone.
He's playing very well. Felipe now back to serve. He's had his last couple of balls. He's served in the net. He's got to get this over.
That's his 4th service error in the first game alone. He had 6 last night. He's really having problems serving. I'll be curious to see if Coach Ball put Quentin Spiegel in that position maybe next game. Felipe's been struggling with his serve. Ball spiked out of bounds by Raul.
Jason Mount back to serve.
See if he serves under net again. I doubt it. Tough serve by Mount, but Raul puts a perfect pass up. Back to Felipe. Spiked out of bounds though. They got the touch though.
Get the touch. Number Number 9, Raul Papaleo back to serve.
And here goes the Santa Barbara Crybabies. They're going to complain about it. Let's see how long they complain for. Now they're doing the proper thing. Stacey J is the captain. He's the only one allowed to talk to the official.
I got him. I'm watching him.
Since they're going to argue a lot, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the ref. I hope they don't convince him of anything
But
tonight.
see, Santa Barbara's really smart. These guys have a lot of brains about them, and they know that if they keep the pressure on the ref may be inclined to give them a call or two towards the end.
Oh, Edwin just barely
running
missed
the middle.
it. He was there. He was in the right position.
Santa Barbara runs a very untraditional offense in that their outside hitters sometimes will hit quick sets in the middle while their big middles will hit outside. They do that to throw the other team off, and it often works.
Number 3, Todd Rogers.
Set back to Craig, put away.
They can't stop him tonight. It's a great job by Craig. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's back to serve now.
That's Craig's 7th kill this game. He's doing a great job out there.
Oh, that was out again, too. We're getting lucky. That's a great serve, though. Amari Velasco with the kill.
Velasco spikes that ball down. It's a great hit.
He's an all-around player, it seems to be.
It's the thing. In men's volleyball, NCAA Division I, you have to be an all-around player because you're only allowed one substitution. Once you come out of the game and you go back in, if you come out again, you're not allowed to go back in a second time. Whereas with women's, you're allowed to enter the game 3 times. So you can come out, go in, come out, go in, and come out, and go in one last time. Here comes Chad Blatchley, hopefully to get some serving going for these guys because we haven't been serving well. 2 aces to maybe 7 or 8 service errors. You'd like to keep that ratio 1 ace to every 2 service errors. And we've been having, and we're not on that pace right now. And there's another one.
Now he needs to get the team fired up with a good dig here. Number 11, Todd Amati to serve. Good pass by Norman.
Great pass
Set
by
outside.
Norman. Ball spiked out of bounds though. Timeout by IPFW. They need this one. Get themselves back under control and try and win this game. They're still in it, but they're not playing very well. Tune in to Channel 6 tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 to watch the Hawks to watch IPFW volleyball team take on Quincy College. Catch all the action of IPFW right here on Channel 6. Get some shots of the fans here. The cheerleaders are trying to get them pumped up, but things are kind of dead here. IPFW has to do that themselves by playing well, and if they get things started, then the fans will get into the match, I'm sure.
They're doing a lot of things really well. I think the only thing that they really need to do right now is serve the ball in bounds. Number 11, Todd Amati back to serve.
Great pass by Norman. Outside to Norman. Pounds it through.
Number 15, Norman Almodovar back to serve. Looks like he's going to stay down.
There's a tough serve by Almodovar, but Lugier with a good pass and Mount with another kill. Mount has a really unusual style when he hits, but he's been very effective.
Number 6.
You have that kind of height, you don't always have to be the best athlete in the world. You can get away with having great height, and he has a quick arm swing.
Velasco's to serve. Good pass by Chad Blatchley.
Great dig. Ball set back to Velasco, and he pounds it away. Great set by Rogers. That's a great choice. Santa Barbara's playing really well right now, and IPFW is really flat and making a lot of service errors. If they don't do something, this game will be over in 3. This match will be over in 3 games. IPFW really has to get themselves started and pumped up. They had a little momentum towards the middle of this game, but they seem to have lost it. Someone has to step up and do something big to get the crowd back in it and to get the team back in it.
That'll work right there. Great hit by Chad.
Craig's been really
Collins.
consistent. Craig has been really consistent tonight.
I don't think he's had very many errors. He's doing an excellent job. Play ball to serve. Setter attempts tip.
Oh, that's a lift, but the referee didn't call it again.
Craig Collins
Craig
again.
Collins is on fire right now. It's close to 10 kills for him this
He's going to be the big gun tonight. Boy ball back to serve again. Scores 11-13.
Great serve by Laura.
Excellent serve.
That's
what we need
what we
right
need.
now.
We can serve aggressive, but we have to keep the ball in.
Lloyd back to serve again.
Let's go. We need 2 in a row here. Short serve, easy pass, set the mount. Blocked by Felipe. Sets outside to the middle. Tadamati.
Great dig by Lloyd.
Mount sends it sailing. Home run. Now the crowd's back in. It's 13 all.
Lloyd ball back to serve
I
again.
tell you what, that's a timeout by Santa Barbara. If IPFW wins this game the way they've played, Santa Barbara has really let an opportunity to get away, and they're going to have a very hard time because they'll realize that coming back and playing well the rest of this match. They have IPFW, they've been outplaying them, but they're still tied. If IPFW can win this game.
When this team gets pumped up, they're very hard to stop.
You know, they haven't been too pumped up tonight, but some of that has to do with, you know, the game being slow itself and Santa Barbara slowing it down by not serving right away and the referee letting them get away with that. Also, the fans haven't been too much into it because of the slowness of the game. Also, the crowd isn't that big tonight, and that helps to contribute to the game being slow. So all those things just kind of goes around in a circle, and they all come back and affect each other, and it's caused the game to be less exciting.
And Lloyd's back to service, 13-13.
Great serve off of the timeout. Here comes Luger. Oh, off the block. Great shot by Luger.
Oh, we called a net. We called net.
Net call.
Point IPFW.
Here goes
Lloyd
the
Ball
complaining
is back
again.
to serve for game point.
No, this time Luger just asked for the call and he walks back to play. He's shaking his head. He doesn't agree with it, but
We're serving for game point right here, Lloyd Ball.
Substitution for Santa Barbara. Back into the game is Doug Hughes for Tadamati. They taped his ankle up and he's ready to go. This will be a momentum breaker since they've used their timeouts. And they hope that they can get the side out here and stop the match. Great serve by Lloyd. Overpass. Mount, ball up. Lloyd goes to get it. Pop plays it up. Here comes the Spider-Man. Great hit by Collins. Collins is playing great tonight. Oh, see ya, Luger. Sit down, boy. Papaleo. Great block in the game. Now we have the momentum taking it into the second game. Luger's been blocked several times tonight. We'll see how he rebounds.
Well, we really turned it around that time.
From being blocked like that. We'll be back right after these messages.
Jobs. It's top priority with many Hoosiers today. Good jobs with good futures. That's what Ivy Tech in Fort Wayne specializes in, training good people for good jobs. The skilled jobs Indiana's future needs.
Ivy Tech, what Indiana needs to grow. Call for enrollment information.
Excuse me, ma'am, can you help us? I'm sorry, Sir, please help our brother. Ma'am, we need some blood for our brother. Please.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Sir? Please, ma'am.
Oh, not now, baby.
Our brother really needs blood. Can you help us?
Imagine if you had to ask for blood to save the life of someone you love. Next time the American Red Cross asks, give blood, please.
A lot of my friends have already retired. But I wasn't ready for that. So I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps. I love my kids. And the way I figure it, I have the rest of my life to play cards.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
My hero? Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero? Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach
comes to your mind when you think about mathematics? Clowns, street sweepers, the Red Sox, robots, the weather, earthquakes, Disney World, pineapples, conventions, parking tickets, fishing? If these practical applications of contemporary mathematics didn't make your list, you should watch public television's math series For All Practical Purposes.
Welcome back to the Gate Sports Center. We're just finishing up warm-ups in between games. We'll get ready to get the second game started. IPFW coming out big at the end of that game, at the start and at the finish, managing to win that one after playing very poorly and not serving very well.
The band here tonight is Lutheran Elementary School, which happens to be the same school that Lloyd Ball went to, and his sister Jana now attends, playing in the band.
See you later, dude. Take care, buddy.
Number 3, Todd Rogers will serve for Santa Barbara.
A lot of activity going on. I can't tell if fans are coming in or leaving.
I think Loyola's leaving.
Yeah, Loyola Marymount is leaving. They had 2 tough matches here this weekend. But they're a young team. They'll probably be back next year and a lot better. Ball State beat them in 4 games tonight. Ball State vastly improving, and they're going to have another war with IPFW down at Ball State in about a week and a half. And I'm certainly going to be there for that one. It's going to be a great match.
By Peter. Pippa. Good set outside.
Great dig by Craig Collins.
Felipe Relat with the kill.
Relat got up early there. Lloyd Ball got the ball to him. That was a great set.
Number 10, Lloyd Ball back to serve for IPFW.
Jill, you know, being a setter, that you love it when your middles are up in the air. When they're not up in the air, you feel helpless. You can't set the ball to them. You have to give the ball to someone else.
Exactly.
And Felipe being up there.
He's very, very good at that. He's very good at being up when he's supposed to.
However, last night he did have some problems in the first game getting up too late, but then he improved as the night went on and ended up hitting .458 for the entire night, which is a very good hitting percentage. And tonight he's come out playing well also.
What's going on here in the net? Captain is going over to check it out.
I can see it, number 8 hit the ball. And he's back row, so it's your point. Point Santa Barbara. Well, hold on a second. Come here. Hold on, Stacy. Patty, come here.
That's
Patty.
Salvatore. Tom Pingle, who's usually the other official along with Patty Salvatore, had another date tonight where he wasn't able to be here. And I'm not sure if Patty and this other official have worked together. And being officials is just like being on a team. You know, the more you've worked together, you know each other better. It's easier to work and make calls together. Now, if we could see a replay, I'd like to see what happened, because I don't see any back row where any back row attack was called. But I'm afraid we don't have a replay, so we won't be able to watch it. So I don't know who they're calling it on, but I don't know what happened. Apparently they're saying one of the back row players was behind the 10-foot line when they hit the ball.
I think it was Felipe Relat. IPFW fans are giving number 3, Todd Rogers, a hard time.
Oh, they always sit back there and heckle. You know, I remember last year, our last home match against Ball State, the last match of the year. You know, my brother and a lot of my friends and people were back in that section, man, just making all the noise, heckling Ball State and rooting for us, and it just got my adrenaline pumping so high. It's nice to have the home fans, you know, be on your own home court. It would have been nice, though, if we got more people out here tonight.
Outside set to Norman.
Great hit by Norman, going through him.
Number 10, Lloyd Ball is back to serve.
See if Lloyd can get his jump serve started again here. He slumped in the middle of last game, but he's really gotten it started. They want a lineup check, but the referee's blowing the whistle for them to serve.
Neil, why don't we get a lineup check on that?
Apparently because we've already asked for one this game, they're not going to allow us to have another one.
You can only ask for one lineup check in a volleyball game?
I guess that's what Patty's saying now. Jose Gandara, former All-American from Santa Barbara, up talking to Patty now. There's a lot of confusion going on. Set back to Norman.
Great hit.
Great attack by Norman.
Number 15, Norman Almodovar, back to serve for IPFW.
Almodovar to serve.
Apparently what happened with Felipe is that he started out in the back row and hit from the front, and he was out of rotation.
Great attack by Velasco.
Number 15, Doug Hughes, back to serve for Santa Barbara.
Now, Velasco's been having a great night. It's been silent, but no one's really noticed how many kills he's had, but he's up around 10 himself. He and Craig
Pass over
Collins
the net,
in the big
killed by number 32, Jason Mount.
Jason Mount getting up, taking over, pass down. That's one thing they're going to have to do. They can't squander anytime IPFW makes a bad pass, which is very seldomly. Santa Barbara's going to have to take advantage of it.
Good serve, good pass by Raul. Peter Kujak. Great hit.
You know, Peter earlier in the year when he first started, I remember practicing talking to me, he was having a hard time connecting with Lloyd because it was a new setter for him. He had been used to a shorter setter. I told him Lloyd's a great setter. As the year goes on, he will start connecting, and now he's finally starting to connect with Lloyd the way he should, and he's really pounding the ball.
And the other setter isn't very big, but he sure gets up to set the middle.
Well, if you're good, actually he's about 6'4", so he's not that short, but you know, he's not the size of Lloyd, so that means he has to make up for that with jumping ability.
Good dig, good follow. Pass by Craig, set to Pepa.
Ball set outside. Velasco again. Ball hits down. Velasco with another kill. The guy's on fire. He's been really hurting IPFW tonight.
Number six, Velasco, back to serve.
Ball tipped out of bounds.
IPFW calls timeout.
Felipe, also known as Pepa, has been struggling a little bit this game. He's been playing well on the whole. You too can join in the excitement of IPFW athletics by participating in the Royal Dawns Club. The Royal Dawns Club is the official booster club for all IPFW athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sporting events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters, just to name a few of those benefits. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dawns Club, call Lisa Moreland at 481-6027 or write to Royal Dawns Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Now, the food they have before games is pretty good with the Royal Dawns Club. I always go back there and get some pretzels. They have people bring in and make cookies and everything. It's a nice thing to be a part of.
Number 6, Amare Velasco, back to serve.
You guys are all awful close on all of your alignments on your
checking it out.
Okay? We've been letting it go, but everybody's whining about it, so watch your lineups on your passing, and let's not bitch, let's just play. Cool? Let's go.
Well, not sure what happened there, but number 6, Velasco, back to serve.
I think what he may have been saying, and I'm not sure because I didn't hear the conversation, but whenever a referee calls two teams together like that, it usually has something to do with something being said to the net.
Great attack by Raul Papaleo. Good choice by Lloyd.
There we go, getting Raul involved in the offense again by running combinations. It's very important that we do that tonight.
Craig Collins, back to serve.
Craig's played tremendous tonight. Another great serve right in Stacy's chest. Stacy's had big problems.
Velasco, big hit. Big hit.
God, that guy is good. He's really pounding the ball.
He's the one we need to stop.
You know, if Velasco keeps playing like this, Santa Barbara is going to be very difficult for us to hold off tonight. You know, that first game we played sluggish and they pretty much gave it to us. We need to play our game because we are better than them, only if we're playing at the level we're capable of.
Number 9, Raul Papaleo back to serve. He's had an excellent game so far.
See if Raul jumps or stays down. You can't jump serve all night long because it eventually tires you out. He's going to jump. He's a great jump serve too. Another error for us.
Number 32, Jason Mount back to serve for Santa Barbara.
You know, we're giving them the ball constantly about making all these service errors. And right now in this game, they're making us pay because they're up 4-0.
Good pass.
Felipe blocked. Nice
Good
cover.
dig by Loy.
Ball over. Now we got to get ready to block. Sets to the middle. Terminated. Doug Hughes has been doing a really good job of hitting both out of the middle and the outside. Like I said, all their players hit from all the positions on the court, so you can't really say they have a middle or an opposite. The only player that usually plays all the time in the middle
nice
is
nice
Jason
try by
Mount.
Loy. Raul struggling a little bit with that pass. He'll get this one. Number 32, Jason Mount, still serving. Great pass. Outside to Norman.
Norman's just powering over these guys. You know, Norman worked really hard in the past offseason hitting the weights, and you can tell how much he's bulked up. And he really powers over the other teams. He's been playing really great. Brad Prioditis getting loose on the bench. He may be coming in to play defense or possibly hit outside or something.
Craig Collins.
Oh, called a back row attack. I didn't see his feet, I'm not sure. But no one's arguing, so it must have been the case. What was called there when I explained a back row attack is the white line that's in the middle of the court. When we get a view of the whole court as a whole, there's a white line, and if the back row person hitting the ball steps over that line and they attack it, it's an illegal play.
Another kill by Peter Kuyak. Volleyball back to serve.
Peter and Craig have been playing really well tonight. They've been carrying the team, but of all the guys on the court, they're the ones whose names aren't heard the most, and they've been playing really consistently for us. We need everybody to come together and play as a whole. Everybody as individuals are playing okay.
Back row attack. Was blocked out by IPFW. Another kill for Jason Mount.
It's kind of like the Michigan Wolverines basketball team. We have a lot of great athletes. When we play together as a team, we're unbeatable, but when we don't, we have a lot of problems. Michigan, when they play together as a team, they're the best team by far in the country. Even with their ball spiked out.
That was a great job by Loy. He went up and acted like he was going to block it, and the attacker swung as hard as he could, and he hit it out of bounds.
Statue of Liberty play.
I think Raul hit that ball one-handed. I think he thought it was out.
Yeah. You know, as I was saying, we're similar to Michigan in that when we play like a team, we're the best in the country, but when we don't, we have problems. Michigan has a lot of, you know, bad points, such as foul shooting that they have problems with, but that they can overcome those when they're playing together as a team. And that's what IPFW needs to do right now. They can overcome their weaknesses by playing together as a team.
Great pass by Raul. Set Peter Kujak straight down. Another kill for Peter. Now he's back to serve.
Kujak has really impressed me. He's really coming into his own this weekend. You guys can give me another pop.
Good pass. Good pass, good choice by the setter. Number 3, Todd Rogers.
Jason Mount, another kill. One thing Jason Mount does really well is he stays back from net when he hits. The further back you are, the harder it is to block you. And he's so tall and he has such a long arm swing that he can do that. Another great block, but we covered it. That's what coverage is for. Now, if we can win this point, it'll be a big one. But Luge puts it away. No, the ball was inbounds and touched. Both.
Number 6, Ray Velasco still serving. 7-0, Santa Barbara. Good pass. Set back to Craig Collins off the block. Good dig.
That's why you stay deep in the middle back so you can pick those balls up.
Number 6, Ray Velasco hits off the block again.
Here comes Quentin Spiegel into the game. For those of you players at home, why you play deep in the middle back is exactly what you saw in that last play. If the ball hits high off the block, it's a lot easier to run it down the deeper you are because the ball's in front of you. If you're up, then it's harder to go backwards and play the ball and keep it going the other direction, which is in front of you at that point in time. Now we have Quentin Spiegel into the game for Felipe Rolat, which I had anticipated that substitution because Felipe has been playing well with his hitting, but his serving has struggled throughout the night.
Good serve by Craig.
Quentin can come in and serve well for us.
Set back to Velasco again. Number 14, Stacy Lugay back to serve for Santa Barbara.
Stacy's a very consistent player. Doesn't do anything spectacular, but he plays within himself.
Rope that ball was passed over the net.
Great serve by Lugay.
32, Jason Mount tipped it down. Stacy Lugay still serving for Santa Barbara, 9-0. Back to Craig Collins.
Craig with another kill.
It's a good choice by Lloyd.
It's really nice to see Craig play this way. The whole team isn't playing well together as a whole, but it's really important. Craig is that one piece in the puzzle that they really need right now in order to win the national championship. They need him to play well because it gives them more depth on their bench.
Blocked straight down by Lloyd Norman.
Sit down, boy. Norm McGorm, tornado watch. That's what I call penetration. Getting over the net, blocking the ball straight down. Great play by Norman.
Great serve, Raul. Combination play. Outside to Norman.
Tip over the block, great up by Lugay. Ball blocked down by the Squirrel. Squirrel's a great blocker. Dug by Spider-Man, the Squirrel hits it. And sends it sailing. Squirrel's a little upset with himself, but he knows to come back and be ready for the next point.
Jason Mount, number 32, serving for Santa Barbara. Good pass by Raul. Set back to Craig Collins. Out of bounds.
That one was a mishit. He hit it off the side of his hand and his wrist. He sent that one sailing.
Craig hasn't had very many errors tonight. We'll give him that one.
Now we're really getting crushed this game. We're down 10-1. I haven't said the score very much this game, but there's not much to say about it except
great tip by Lloyd. Great tip.
We have to get something started here. Quinton's right in the game for some tough serving. Let's hope he can get us started here. He has a great jump serve if he keeps it in bounds. There it is. Great serve by Quinton, but forces him to make a bad tip. Set outside the normal form. Quiet storm. Now we can get things started.
Quinton still serving.
Another jumper from Quinton. Ooh, serving the net. That's always been a problem of Quinton's. They used to tease him about it in the Olympic Festival in 1990. He'd always get a great jump serve in, usually an ace, and the next one he'd send in the bottom of the net or 50 feet out of bounds. We had to tease him about that, but he's a great server. He just has to concentrate more. Great hit, great dig, though. Wow.
Velasco.
You know, he has just played tremendous tonight. Defense, hitting, everything.
He's all over the place. Outside to Norman.
Big block by Lopez.
Good block by Hector Lopez. Timeout, Fort Wayne.
I think Lopez is from Brazil or Sao Paulo. He's done a great job tonight, both players, Lopez and Velasco. Channel 6 is now accepting applications for underwriting the televising of IPFW sports events and other programs. For more information about how your business or organization can utilize this opportunity, call Channel 6 business office during business hours at 481-6000. Have to apologize to the fans at home. I've been a little bit sick this weekend, and my voice has been cracking on and off, so trying to do my best here. It seems a lot of people have the flu now. It's been going around, and I wonder if it's affected any of the players out here on the court, because I know IPFW has had a tradition of getting sick around this time of the year, having several players get sick.
Set to Peter Kuyak in the middle. He hit it out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Do you know if any of the players are...
I think all of them are okay. I think I haven't heard anything about anybody being sick.
Well, that's good.
I think most of them are all right.
Great set. Right back to Peter. Ball spiked out of bounds, 14-2. IPFW has got to do something this game, either to rebound or get some momentum for next game.
Outside to Norman.
If they don't, Santa Barbara's going to keep on rolling through the rest of the match.
It's a very good choice by Lloyd. We'd hit 2 balls out of bounds in the middle. We went outside to Norman, and he got a kill. Volleyball back to serve. Great serve. Oh, that happens. Sometimes
stuff like that. It gets us a point now. We may not win this game, but we can at least get some momentum for the next game by getting ourselves back in there and making the score respectable.
It's an embarrassing thing for that setter, but sometimes the ball gets sweat on it and you lose control of it.
Yeah, that's what all you setters say. You make excuses.
Great play by Craig. Back row attack by Quentin, just couldn't get it over.
Yeah. Incidentally, my colleague here tonight, Jill Lyon, is the setter for the IPFW women's team. So it's nice to have her insight on what the setters are doing out there, and also, you know, she can make excuses for them like all setters make when they mess up. Ooh, ball hit the net next game.
Said it never went over.
You know,
Game 2 goes to Santa Barbara. We got to pick it up again.
It's very silent in here, and Santa Barbara is rolling right now, and IPFW has no enthusiasm, no momentum, nothing.
We ended that last game on a very emotional high, and we seem to end on a very low.
Well, IPFW will be right back after this, and so will we. So hopefully they can get things started in the next game. We'll be right back.
Earth Day, Sunday, April 25th. Earth Day, Sunday, April 25th at IPFW. For more information, call 420-CARE.
Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm going to get a job, you know. I'm going to start working. I'm going to save. And I'll be in college in another year or two.
So, what do you have planned, Mike?
I think I'm going to go home and make a sandwich. Okay.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Vince, come on, we're late. This headbag is more fun than going through a windshield.
Good night from Iron Maiden. Drive home safe. Remember to strap yourselves in with your safety belts. You don't want to end up like Eddie. Belt up. Don't be a dummy.
Bonjour. French in Action, opening a new era in language learning. A television course in 52 lessons centers around a wonderful romantic comedy filmed entirely on location in France. The story of Mireille, Robert, Marie-Laure, and the mysterious man in black will help you to learn, to understand,
Excusez-moi.
and to speak French. Watch French in Action.
Welcome back to the Hilly Gate Sports Center. We're getting ready to start Game 3. IPFW winning the first, Santa Barbara winning the second.
Now, IPFW really has to come out really sharp at the start of this game. I see Lloyd Ball and Chad Blatchley over there trying to pump everybody up for the game, because if they let Santa Barbara beat them this game like they did the last game, it'll be almost impossible to get yourself mentally up for that to come back. So they have to at least hold their ground with Santa Barbara at the start of this game and try and pull it out at the end, or jump on top of them early and get the momentum back. IPFW, on the other hand, however, has shown they can come back this year. They've had big deficits in games, and matches both, against Penn State this year and come back, and Long Beach, where they've come back from. But tonight they're kind of flat, so unless they get some emotion going. Plus, both the Penn State and the Long Beach matches, we get much better crowds, and the crowd helps pick you up if you're down like that.
I just don't understand it, Neil. It seems every spring fling there's always been so many people here. It's supposed to be the biggest tournament of the year, and it's the last home game. I don't know where all the people are.
Well, the first tournament usually gets a few more fans than this tournament in the past 2 years. Still, we're used to getting what we have here tonight, but you know, that's just a break sometimes, and hopefully the attendance will go up next home game.
Number 14, Stacy Luce hits it off the block. Luce back to serve.
Stacy's been doing his typical thing, playing solid as a rock. Doesn't do anything spectacular. He'll get blocked often a lot because he swings right into the block, but he stays very consistent and gets his kills for his team.
Miscommunication by IPFW.
He's serving well. IPFW down 1-0 off the start. Oh, great hit by Felipe. Bounce one off of Stacy's head.
Play ball back to serve. Great dig
by Loy. Ooh. A little frustrating there, not getting the kill.
Jason Mount to serve.
Number 32, Jason Mount back to serve. Good
Great
pass.
set by Loy, and Felipe's up for the kill. There's another error by Felipe. Felipe, where he jump serves it from the ground. I think that's his 5th tonight, maybe his 6th, but I know he had 6 last night. He really has to bear down and concentrate. We need him to get some serves in for us.
Ball set back to Felipe. Tip. Good dig. Outside to Velasco.
Great dig by Loy, but we're in the net.
We're in the net.
And we really need to settle ourselves down here. Someone has to step up as a leader. Lead this team, and we need to get back in this game because they're off to a 2-0 lead. If it gets any worse, it's going to be very hard to come back from. We're not getting any swings on the ball. That's 2 tips in a row by Rolat and Papaleo. Great dig by Felipe, though. That might be the play we need. We need to win this one. Spider-Man block, though. Those are the type of things we need. We need great defense like that, but when we turn the ball like that, we have to get down for a point to get the crowd back in it. Now they're up 3-0 because they made a great block, and it's getting more and more difficult as time goes on.
Velasco tipped the ball. Dig by Peter. Back to Raul.
Pop off his face. Giving Velasco a little Tabasco sauce off his face.
IPFW fans are starting to get in the game a little bit.
Well, let's give them a reason to get in the game. You know, it's hard for the fans to get pumped up if nothing exciting is going on the court. Never over.
Good serve by Raul. Good pass. Set the middle.
Oh.
Another kill for Amare Velasco. It's a real powerful force on that team.
Right now, the way things are going, if Santa Barbara manages to pull this match out, Velasco would probably be the tournament MVP. Well, let's hope that isn't the case. If IPFW can get started here, they're a better team, but they have to prove it. My saying it doesn't mean anything until they prove it. Another block by Luce.
The block by Stacy Luce. Point Santa Barbara.
Hector Lopez serving for Santa Barbara.
There's Lopez again. He has a great jump serve. Great pass by Norman.
Great set by Loy.
There's that California defense. Oh, where's the lift call? Oh, my. That's why Patty should be up. Ball spiked out of bounds.
That was a lift, I thought.
Well, the official, you know, he's been consistent. He hasn't called too many lifts tonight. So, you know, we can call for a lift. And, you know, the fans and the team are a little bit frustrated because things aren't going our way. But I do have to compliment the official. He hasn't been calling. He's been letting things go. So as long as he's consistent. One thing I do think he needs to do, though, is speed Santa Barbara up when they serve. Ball was inbounds. He's letting Santa Barbara control the pace of the game by taking their time to go back to serve. He needs to blow the whistle sooner so they speed it up. That's really hurting IPFW by them slowing the pace of the game now.
Another service error by IPFW.
And that's the other thing that's really hurting IPFW is their service errors and Santa Barbara's play right now. Santa Barbara's playing great California defense, which is typical of their team, but...
Set back to Craig Collins.
Craig over the line again. Calling Craig over again. Here comes Quentin Spiegel off the bench. If you remember last game, he came in for Felipe Relat, try and pick things up. Now he's coming in for Craig Collins because he can play both positions. He's so versatile.
It's a different position, and my favorite position for Quentin is opposite.
Coach Ball talking to, Craig Collins, giving him a pat on the back, letting them know, what he was doing wrong. And
Craig did an excellent job in there. I think they just needed something a little bit different.
That's the great thing about Coach Ball. He has words of encouragement for his players when they come out of the game. It was necessary to take Craig out there for a momentum changer, and help pick Craig up so he can keep his head up, and so when he does come back in the game, he'll be ready to play.
Craig had a lot of excellent kills.
Another great block. Santa Barbara's just blocking everything. They're playing defense. They're just, they're playing flawlessly right now.
Number 6, Amari Velasco back to serve.
They have totally taken the IPFW crowd out of the game too. Not a creature was staring, not even a mouse. That one's barely out of bounds. Great eye by Quentin Spiegel. Norm going back to serve. See if Norman can get us started here. They're keeping him down on the ground. They want to keep the serves in. Nice tough one. Great serve. UJ with a good pass though. Back to Velasco. Felipe did not get over the net. He's blocking about 6 or 7 inches back from the net. As a result, the ball went down his chest. Blockers at home. When you block, it doesn't matter if it's just the tip of your fingers. You have to get some part of your hands over the net, because if you don't, the ball will land on your side when you block it. And IPFW is picking up where they left off last game, which is nowhere. They have to get things started here. They're making a lot of errors. They're a much better team than this, but they're not very motivated right now.
Great pass by Raul. Good tip by Loy.
Great tip by Loy. Loy's going to take things into his own hands right now, which is a great offensive weapon, and maybe he can get us started here. Great jump serve by Ball. Loy with the set to Felipe, but Mount blocks him straight down, has a few words through the net for him too. Mount will tend to do that. He's pretty proud of himself after he gets a block, and rightfully so. He's been blocked well, but let's hope that if they start talking, that'll get IPFW motivated. That might be one of the biggest mistakes they can make right now.
Great dig by Loy. Pippa sets it back to Loy. Off the block, kill for Loy Ball. Felipe Relat back to serve. He really needs to get this serve in for us.
Felipe's had a lot of service errors tonight, but that was a great serve, right in the perfect zone. And there's a lift. Now that confuses me because...
That confuses me too.
Now Kim Preston's up. He's been letting that play go all night. Much worse for sets than that. Now he calls it. You've got to be consistent about it. But Kim Preston gets up and argues it, and I can understand his argument because he's been letting that play go all night long. Now all of a sudden he calls it. Now the bench is up. The fans are starting to clap. We're down 7-2. That's only 5 points. Remember, this is a side-out game. Great serve. Felipe coming back after all the service errors with 2 great serves, and the squirrel takes care of business.
Pippa's serving a great 1.5 is what they call it, in between the one zone.
Now, why is that the place you want to serve the ball, Jill?
Because I think it makes number 14 move into that spot, and there's 3 passers, and they're going to get confused.
Exactly. It makes him move to his right, and in that zone, that's the hardest position to pass the ball from. And it's a perfect position to serve it. Steve Simonson, one of the players on that IPFW bench, that's his favorite place to serve the ball, and he's really great at it. Let's see what the argument here is about. We'll go down to our official. See if we can get a mic conversation here.
Noise in the stands. It can go between whistles. If it continues, it's going to be a warning and it'll be a penalty. So you guys will be penalized if they go outside the whistles. Okay? That's fine. They can make noise, but it cannot be during play. Okay? And they've been warned.
Okay, the players there being chastised for making noises throughout the course of the game. That's going to be typical when Santa Barbara plays. You know, this is the same team that got in a little scuffle with San Diego State a couple years ago and had a fist fight and everything. And IPFW is also very vocal sometimes when they play, so there's going to be a lot of warnings like that from the official. It's just typical of these two teams. They're all good guys. They just get very into it when they're playing. And the official did the right thing there by warning them, telling them to settle down. Because if he just out of the blue gives them a red card, which is a pointer or side out, or something like that without warning them, it's very puzzling. It's not a good move. So he did the right thing to give them a warning first. Great set by Loy. Ball popped up on the cover. Normie sets. Oh, beautiful set. And Papa gets the touch. Oh. They got it.
Santa Barbara was in the net. Number 9, Raul Papaleo goes back to serve, rolling it down 4.
Raul Papaleo back to serve. See if he can get us some more points. Another good serve. That 1-2 zone just misses. But that is the first service error tonight that really doesn't bother me, because they're serving the ball to Station J where they want, and it just missed by an inch. It made him decide. A serve in the net doesn't make the player decide it. If you serve it out of bounds, at least they have to decide whether or not they're going to play it. And sometimes they'll play a ball that's out of bounds. Uh-oh. Normal Gorm. He's no longer the quiet storm. He had a little something to say. And we're going to get things started up here. This looks more like Santa Barbara and IPFW. Serves in the net by Squirrel, though. We just got some momentum. Norman got us fired up, and then we served the ball in the net. We can't do that. We have to play more consistent.
Number 15, Doug Hughes for serve for Santa Barbara.
Squirrel. Oh. Squirrel's got to get started. We need him in the game right now. Great dig by Felipe. Great set by Loy off the net.
Great up by Loy.
Norm McGorm. Oh, IPFW in the net.
I think they both were going for the ball, the momentum. They were both going for it.
Hits are just like balls that are being passed. You have to call the ball. That ball was the player who was closest to it. They usually like the person off his right arm, which would have been Peter, to take that ball. However, if it was coming straight at Loy, which I can't tell from this angle, he should have taken it. So they got a little mixed up on that one. There's 4 hits. Now we're only down 8-4. We needed that point. No, we're down 8-3. That was a side out. I'm sorry. That's a great serve. Right to Luger. That's the person we want to serve. Dig by Peter, but he's got to pop that up high in the air so Loy can set it. Hits it. Great dig. Back to Velasco. Loy sets paper.
It's a beautiful choice by Loy.
If you remember yesterday evening, we had a lot of problems because we weren't running the middle in the first game, and Loyola Marymount won that game from us. But now we're getting the middle started, and that should help us definitely in coming back in this match. Velasco with another kill. There he is. He's the stopper for them. When they need a side out, they give them the ball. Oh, yep. They call the lift. The thing I have the problem with, though, when you're going to call a lift there, is if he's going to do that, he has to do it all night long for both teams. He was letting a lot of those plays go earlier. Now he's calling them. Maybe he's changed his mind. Maybe now he wants to call them.
He's being very inconsistent.
Great hit by Felipe.
It'll work. It'll work. We'll take it. It was a miss hit, but it was a kill.
Hey, a kill's a kill. We're down 9-4. We got to get some points here. Normal going to Quiet Storm to serve. Great block by Raul. Raul getting up. It's his responsibility when the setter's front row to watch him, and if he goes up to tip the ball to block it, he was on top of that. It was a great play. Oh, but we get a chance. We almost lost that point, but Felipe did a great job to play it up. Ball spiked out of bounds. It's another point for us. We're back in. It's 9-6. Norman Almodovar back to serve. Got a couple points. Ooh, just missed. However, that one again is a forgivable service error because it made them decide whether or not they had to pay it. It wasn't way out of bounds and it wasn't in the net. And it just missed. We're going for the tough serves, making them think. And they did a good job to let that ball go because it was very close. Felipe with the hit. Set back to Stace Luger. See ya, Stace. Loy and roll on top of that one. That's the blocking we need. Now Loy's back to serve. Let's see if he jumps or stays down. He can get it back in this. Loy to jump serve, boy. Great pass. That's the way you cushion a jump serve pass. The combination, oh, we're in the net again.
I don't think I've ever seen IPFW have so many net violations.
I've seen it. But, you know, tonight they are having a lot of problems in the net. And they need to concentrate more on the block and make sure they don't do that. Quentin Spiegel, you know, he had to come off the bench tonight, something he's not used to doing, and that might be affecting his play. Great swing by Raul, but it goes out of bounds.
That was an excellent swing.
IPFW calls a timeout. They're back in this match now, down 10-6. Now they just need to get a side out and get some points back. Here we get a look at Coach Arnie Ball. Walking back, he's getting ready to talk to his team. This college cable access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Coach Ball's sitting down trying to get his team motivated, telling them what they've been doing wrong. I'm sure one of the things he's saying is they got to stop making all these errors. I mean, I know it's a simple statement, you know, that everybody goes, you know, of course they should stop making these errors, but sometimes it helps to remind them of that. I mean, they need to concentrate more on their serving, on their blocking. You can't have all these net errors. We've had like 3 or 4 this game. You take away a couple service errors and a couple of those blocking errors, and we're ahead 10-6 instead of being behind 10-6.
I think IPFW is doing an excellent job. Again, it's the serving. We just need to keep the ball on the court. Making a lot of great plays. Number 32, Jason Mount, back to serve for Santa Barbara.
Jason Mount, otherwise known as the Mountain in Santa Barbara, has had some good serves ever since that one he put under net early in the match. Ball's off the head, Raul with a great swing. Set to the middle back by Luger. Velasco. That seems to be the trend now. Whenever there's a bad pass, toss the ball up to your middle back player and let him swing out of the middle back position, because it's a much easier to set to make from anywhere on the court. So that player has to always be ready. There's Mount again with another serve in the bottom of the net.
Substitution number 5.
Craig McCullough for the match. He's a senior on this team. He's played before. He's a good, consistent player, but he only comes in for back row purposes. Stace Luger with the save. Once again, blocked down. Lopez blocked down. No point. Now we're down 11-7. We need more points there. Felipe has to serve well.
Number 3, Todd Rogers to serve for Santa Barbara.
IPFW taking their time, wiping up the floor here, gives them a chance to recuperate after that side out. And things are going kind of slow this game, but IPFW is still hanging in there. But they need to make a spurt, and they need to make it soon, because pretty soon, if Santa Barbara scores a couple more points, the game will be close to being out of reach. Great serve. Raul does a good job just to get a hand on it. Great block by Peter Kujak. Peter with the joust at the net. Free ball. Luger puts it over. Sets up outside the Raul. Net on Santa Barbara. Side out to IPFW. You're going to see a lot of this from Santa Barbara. They're going to complain a lot about the calls. But, you know, to be honest with you tonight, I think, you know, the officiating's been about equal. You know, no team's gotten any calls one way or the other.
Great dig by Raul.
Great hit by Norman. Normie going through him with all that power. Normal going to Fly Storm. Now we're only down 3, and the crowd is back in it. Important point, our crowd is back on their feet. We need them in order to win. And the only way we can get them in is by playing well. The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 and IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. So what do you think, Joe? We're going to come back and win this game?
I hope so.
Out. Got to have some guts. Make a call one way or the other.
I think we get the momentum we need. Just like the last game, we'll come out on top.
Well, right now we do have the momentum. We don't have a whole lot. We need to get a few more points. Back up. That timeout took the crowd out of it. We need to get them back in on this point. Get that crap out of here. You got to hit the ball. Oh, Lloyd almost had it. Lopez with that great jump serve. Let's see what he does with it here. Right to Felipe. Felipe with a great pass outside to Normie. Normie with the tip. Oh, great defense. Santa Barbara is playing tremendous defense, typical of the California team, and that's why they're winning right now. Now the score is now 12-8 Santa Barbara. Gives him another crack at that jump serve. Great set by Lloyd. Crew jack off the shoulder. Now, as you see right there, Craig Bacola was in perfect position on defense. That's why he almost dug that ball. It hit him right off the shoulder because he was where he's supposed to be. If he'd have been out of position, he wouldn't have had a chance for it. So way to stay out there on the line. It's a great job by them. That's why they're such great defensive players. Here comes Uge with the tip. Squirrels right there for it. Outside the Normie. Norman's on fire. Oh, great defense.
Amazing
How these guys
defense.
are running these balls down. That's the center, Todd Rogers, making 3 great defensive plays in the last series. Norman puts it down on their side of the net. Point by IPFW. They penetrated that time, but they were too late getting over the net. You have to get over the net and get over the net quick in order to block it, though. Here comes Jason Mount back into the game. Bacola did a great job in there, serving and playing defense. Uh-oh. Looks like they may have made a mistake. It goes back to that rule I was talking about earlier. Okay. It wasn't what I thought. I thought it was an illegal substitution. When you substitute in college, you have to stand on the line before so the official can see what the numbers are before you go into the game. They made the substitution too quick, and that was the problem there.
Beautiful set by Lloyd. Beautiful set.
That's what we need. We need Squirrel to get on fire here. That's a great hit by Clinton.
It's a very good choice by Lloyd. Everybody was coming this way, and he kicked it back.
Stay soft of Squirrel. Squirrel's right there. And all he has to do is turn his body into the court, and he'll dig that. He was in perfect defensive position. Stay Sujet, the big left-hander, with a great shot down the line. No touch. Raul hits another one out of bounds. Now they're up 13-9. They've had this 4-point lead, but now it's even closer to being 15, so it's a bigger deal now. Great hit by Quentin. Now Quentin's starting to fire it up.
It's getting in the offense. That's what we need.
It's never too late. It's never too late. Now Quentin's firing that arm up, and if he gets it started here, we can come back in this game. Lloyd should keep going to Quentin right now. He's on fire. Another good aggressive serve. Just missed. Crucial point to miss a serve, though. But I like Normie. He's been serving well tonight. Even though he has a service errors, his have been very close to being in. Great pass by Raul. Lloyd takes him out until that ball was down. Great call.
That ball was down.
Velasco is going to argue it, but he knows the ball was down. Every person in the building but Velasco knows that ball was down. Coach Ball calling out the signals to his team, telling his team where he wants him to block right now.
Volleyball back to serve for IPFW.
Doing the smart thing, wiping up a wet spot to slow the game down now.
They are pretty creative, aren't they?
Yeah, trying to ice the server here. We need a big serve from Loy here. It looks like he's going to jump. Great block by Felipe. See ya. Felipe Rolat needs to get started with his blocking here.
We need to make sure we don't celebrate too early because they're playing some amazing defense.
Good point, Joline. One problem a lot of teams have is after they make a block or a great hit, they start to celebrate. The other team gets the ball back up, runs it down their throat. And we almost saw that there from IPFW. Now we're back in. It's 13-11. Santa Barbara leads by 2 points now.
We did this last game. We came back when it counted.
One thing about Stacey J is he'll make an error, but he won't make 2 in a row. He's a very consistent player. It's a great pass by Luget. Loy with the great dig. Oh, where's the lift on that? Wouldn't matter when he got it over the net, but that's a great hustle by the team. Ball served out of bounds. That's Mount's third serving error tonight. He's really been hurting his team with his serving.
Very crucial moment for them to miss a serve. We got the momentum.
You know, he doesn't play very good defense at all, being 6'10", and having him in the back row is a real liability. Great dig by Felipe. He's a great defensive player with that big frame and body. Squirrel! Squirrels in the house. Break out the walnuts. Squirrels in town.
Again, everybody was on this side of the court and Lloyd kicked it back.
This is the crowd we need. That's a great point, Jill. He's giving the ball to Quentin, kicking the ball back against the grain. Quentin with the big kill. IPFW has the momentum. They're only down 1 point, and they're back in this match. You know, it's one thing is IPFW does have the home court advantage, and it's a lot easier to come back when you're on your own home court as opposed to the other team. Now, these fans, even though they're few in number, they've been really supportive in these last few points. Now IPFW's got some momentum. Let's hope the fans can stay in the game here. There you see Mark Franke, Lloyd Ball, Craig Collins, Kevin Mullersman, all in the huddle discussing what they're going to do here. They got the momentum. They got to keep it rolling.
I think Lloyd's making some excellent choices, kicking the ball back. Quentin came into the game and he's doing an excellent job. Felipe Rolat back to serve.
Felipe needs another good serve here. He can't let the timeout ice him. He's had a lot of service errors tonight. Great serve by Felipe, but it's a great pass. All attack, he's right there, but he doesn't dig it. He's mad at himself, but they got to get ready for the next point. They're back in the match now. They must side out this point or else it's 14-12 if they don't. Roy with the great set back to Quentin. They soft block Quentin. Velasquez, great dig by Norman. They finally dug Velasquez. Big point here. Roll sends it out of bounds. You know, we haven't heard a whole lot from Raul tonight. Early in the game, they had the combinations, but there, once again, is where he's at a disadvantage when he has to go against 2 bigger blockers. He can't use his quickness. Norman Almodovar in that situation will use his power to go through those guys. But Raul works off of quickness, and we need combinations to get him involved in the offense. Those type of situations are very disadvantageous to Raul because he has a very hard time hitting against 2 blockers up like that. I'm sure Coach Ball is explaining that to Loy right now, saying to kick the ball around, maybe back to Quentin because Quentin's had some success this game. And they're going to go out here down 14-12 and try and score 4 straight points here. Oh, there goes my voice again. I sound like Peter Brady. It's really been tough fighting this. Seems around this time of year when the weather gets really nice outside, you know, it gets cold and nice and cold, nice people start.
I think the sickness was about a month ago. I think everybody was sick about a month ago. You're a little late, Neil.
Great set by Lloyd Ball, the squirrel. Oh, there's that great count for a defense.
Oh,
Raul
he was
picks
under the net. He looked under the net.
Goes out to Papa. Great hit. There's Papa. Now, same situation there as the play before. Raul has 2 blockers up on him, but he does what Raul does best when he's in that situation. Use the block to his advantage. You hit the top of the box and it's sailing out of bounds.
They're taking time again.
Great play.
Wiping the floor.
Here they go with the stuff. The referee has to give them a warning on this, because I agree.
This is too much.
You have to be safe and not have wet spots on the court, but Santa Barbara is doing that to slow the game down. But it's hard to tell that.
Looked to me like Velasco was under the net that time.
Yeah, they didn't call it, but it didn't matter. We got the point anyhow. But they need to watch this. Oh! Santa Barbara's falling apart. We're down now. It's now 14-13 Santa Barbara. We need another good serve from Raul here to tie it up. If it does go to 14-all, both teams get another timeout. Great dig by Loy. They've dug him a few times now, Velasco. Peter Kujak with the swing. Oh. Lopez spanked that one. They needed a big hit. Now IPFW has to side out. It's a big game for them. Whoever wins this game has a lot of momentum going into the next one. And we'll have a 2-1 advantage. Big game. Great set to Quentin. Yes! Squirrels pumped up. Squirrels on fire. There you see Andy Hancock, former player for IPFW. Leading the team on. The crowd's pumped up. Quentin needs a big serve here. Oh, almost. Quentin was there. He almost dug it. Didn't get it.
I think I've seen a lot worse lifts here tonight than that.
Well, he called it, so be it. Doug Hughes with the serve. Great pass by Raul. Set back to Kujak. Great shot. Santa Barbara caught napping. Number 1, Lopez was way out of position on defense. He needs to be deep in the middle back. If we can see a replay there, he was way up by the 10-foot line, and Peter just made the smart move and went right over
Number
the top.
6, Brad Perditis in the serve, his first time in this game.
Okay, here comes Brad with his Bart Simpson haircut. Hopefully he can get us started here with a good serve. He's a great player, and he brings a lot of emotion off the bench and helps pick things up. Great up by Brad. Oh, great dig by Perditis coming in off the bench. Another tip. Papa with a great dig. Lloyd with the pineapple. Out of bounds. Here come the Dons, baby. Tied up. Great serve by Perditis. That is what you need. Coming off the bench. He makes a great serve. Oh, look at Stacey J tying his shoe now. He intentionally untied it to slow the game down. He deserves a warning for that.
We just watched him untie that shoe.
I watched him untie his shoe on purpose, and now he's tying it back. He untied his shoe on purpose to slow the game down. That kid is very smart, but that's also kind of underhanded. But now we have the momentum and our crowd's in it, so it didn't take us down too much.
Good serve.
Brad Perditis coming off the bench doing a great job. Block, is that in? See ya! Sit down, Stace, tie your shoe now, baby. Tie that shoe now. Why don't you try tying your shoe again, buddy? 15-14, let's go. Looks like tying his shoe didn't help him too much. Perditis settling himself down, smart move, because this is an important serve. We win this one, we win game 3. Santa Barbara players complaining when things don't go their way.
Referee just needs to keep his head in the game.
Blocked. Sets outside the Velasquez. Oh, right down. Raul tried to call it out of bounds. It was just barely in. But the team now, they've got the momentum. The crowd's in it. They need to side out immediately to keep the crowd in. The score is now 15-14. Both teams have 1 timeout. When the score goes to 14-all, they're each given a timeout. Coach Preston calling zone 1, which is back in the server zone. Right to Raul. Raul sets back to the Squirrel. Squirrel pounds it. Lloyd Ball showing why he's one of the best, if not the best center in the country, with a great set back to Quentin, seeing where the defense was and making a smart play.
He's making very good choices.
Outside Beluger with the tip. Get that out of here, boy. Go tie your shoe, homie. Go tie that shoe. Yeah, Papa. IPFW now leads the match 2 games to 1.
I don't think I've ever seen Raul Papaleo get that excited.
I have a few times.
Wonderful block.
Very few and far between. You're right. He's very within himself.
It's very exciting.
But when he gets excited, it's like a powder cake. He takes off. We'll be right back after these messages. Blocking there, getting both blockers up on both of the middle attacks there, front end and back one, forcing to hit the ball bounce. Felipe back in the corner, great shot.
Felipe may not be having his best serving game, but he sure is having a good hitting game.
He had a great hitting game last night as well, but he also had a very poor serving game last night. Felipe's done a great job hammering the ball and blocking as well. His blocking and his hitting has been good. It's his serving that's the only thing he's struggling with right now. There's the whiff. And that'll happen often with the middles. You'll get a misconnection like that. But you have to rebound and get ready for the next point. Set back to the squirrel, puts it away. Quinton's on fire right now. Papaleo back to serve now. Serve the ball deep in the zone 5. Amati can't pass it, and Mount hits at the bottom of the net. Santa Barbara's falling apart here.
Papaleo to serve.
Great serve by Raul. Back to, oh, great dig by Felipe. Ooh, just out of bounds. Velasco pounding the ball once again. But the thing was, we're starting to get our hands on a lot of those balls. We dug him 4 or 5 times in the last game, and we're off to a good start playing defense on him this game. Squirrel off the block.
That was Pepa. That was a very powerful hit on the back row from Pepa.
Quinton Spiegel, a tough serve. Pass well, Amati off the block.
Thanks.
Amati back to serve.
You guys get a chance to drink it. I can't drink Pepsi. I already have a couple cups of it. Give me some water. I appreciate it. Great hit by Quinton Spiegel once again, gets another point. Peter Kujak served well tonight. Another one there. Amati's playing great off the bench. Amati's been brought in to try and bring this team back. There we see him again. Velasco with another kill. And he's just played really well. Even if IPFW wins this match, you have to wonder if he has a shot at getting the MVP, because he's played head and shoulders above everybody else on all the four teams here. But usually the way it works is the team who wins gets the MVP. No, I shouldn't say head and shoulders. I think Volleyball's played very well too. It's a toss-up between those two. Norman Almodovar with a great serve off of Amati's upper arm. Velasco with the hit. Ball set outside the roll. Oh, all right. That was a left. And that was a good call by the official. Felipe knows it now. IPFW knows it. Do is settle down and get ready for the next point. Going back to Felipe. Great up. Set back to Amati in the middle. He's blocked by Raul and Felipe. Sets outside the mount. Pass by Raul to Lloyd. Lloyd back to Raul. Norman plays it up. Lloyd sets the ball to Felipe in the middle. Put away. IPFW doing a good job spreading the ball around. Lloyd Ball distributing the ball equally to everybody, keeping the other team off balance. Sets to the middle to Velasco. Set back to the squirrel, and the squirrel puts it away.
Beautiful set by Lloyd Ball.
Loy's been doing a fine job setting right now. Oh, just missed out of bounds. Going for that 1.5 zone, that zone between the 1 and the 2. That's where you like to serve the ball, and he just missed it. Oh, great dig. California defense.
Quentin has really come alive for IPFW tonight.
Jeff Zavalli is now in the game also setting for them. He was their starting setter last year, for those of you fans who watched the match between Santa Barbara and IPFW last year. Both he and Amati were both starters, and now they're both on the bench. Net, Nick the serve, Nick the top of the net. Another service error for Felipe Relat. He's going for a triple-double. Kills, blocks, and service errors. Great kill by Raul Papaleo.
It's a great combination play for Raul. He's so quick. Good aggressive serve by Raul.
Amati with kind of a sloppy set. It's blocked. They play it up. They go outside to Amati. Dug by Loy. Normal Gorham with the great set. And nobody home. He has a great jump serve as well. But hits the top of the net. Side out for IPFW. Squirrels back to serve. See if he goes up or he stays down. He's staying down. We need a tough serve here. Great serve by Quentin. Amati passes it, but it's a really bad pass back on the 10-foot line. Ball's dug up by Raul. Lloyd gets there, kicks out the Normal Gorham. The quiet storm, baby. The reason Amati's pass was bad was because it was back on the 10-foot line, halfway in the middle of the court. If the pass is back there, the other team can't run the middle. Therefore, the other team's blockers can go ahead and cheat on the outside attackers. That's a much better pass. But it's dug up by Normie. Lloyd with the pineapple. Eat it. That phrase coined in Hawaii 2 years ago. It's when Lloyd goes up everybody and tips the ball deep in the court. His power dump is not a pineapple, that's a dump. But when he goes up and over everybody in the back of the court, that's the pineapple. And that was one of the reasons we were so successful out in Hawaii 2 years ago in the Final Four, because of that play you just saw right there. He's 6'8", he can go up over everybody and do that. Great serve by Quentin. Set outside to Amati. He soft block. Felipe with the great pass. Lloyd will setting boy out the Normal Gorham. Great dig. Ball hit over by Amati. Dig by Felipe. Back to Kujak. Kujak with the tip. Ball set outside to Amati. Blocked by Kujak. Ball's dug up. Great coverage. Ball set outside. Spank down. Velasco. Velasco's really been doing a great job. I really respect him as a player. I've never seen him play before. I've heard a lot of things about him, but he is really impressive. Every player that comes up here from Puerto Rico is a tremendous, only the cream of the crop come up here to play. And they're often the best players in the country.
He's going to have an excellent 3 years ahead of him. He's only a freshman.
That's the amazing thing that I forgot to mention. It's a good thing you saw that. He's only a freshman. Lloyd, the dumping boy.
I think every tip that Lloyd's had has been effective for him.
He's trying to take things into his own hands. He's very capable of doing that. He's one of the biggest offensive weapons out there. People don't realize that. Earlier in the year, he was up among the top 10 in attack leaders as a setter. Oh, almost dug by Kujak. Mount back to serve. Let's see if he serves under net again. Nope, he gets this one over right to Norman. Norman with the high pass to Lloyd. Lloyd with the great save. And Norman terminates that. Now, as all of you see at home, he went under the net. And you wonder, there are two things that happen there. One, if you're out of bounds, outside of the antenna, outside of the white line, you're allowed to go under the net as long as you don't touch it. The other thing is, the ball hit the floor before he went under the net. So as long as the ball's down, the play's over with.
That was one of the most unbelievable sets by Loy. Again, his talent. He's unbelievable.
Normie put a hurting on the ball, too. Zavilli back to serve. Jump serving. Great pass by Norman. Norman back to Papa. Papa terminates. Rolls pumped up. You know, Rolls struggled earlier tonight, but now he's getting it on track. He had a great 4 matches out in California when they beat BYU and San Diego State, and he was leading the team. And now they need him to step up here, and he's been doing a great job of it. Ball served out of bounds by Lloyd Ball. Hector Lopez back to serve. Serve to Norman Almodovar. It's a great pass up to Lloyd Ball. Lloyd Ball kicks it back to Raul Papaleo. Ball spiked down for a kill. Raul's starting to get himself together now. They're playing as a team now. Just like Michigan. When Michigan does this, nobody in the country can beat them. They're the best team. IPFW, very similar. Same thing. Great dig by Loy. Squirrel going over the top. Looked like Jason Kidd there. Good hustle. Couldn't quite get it.
Carter Reese back to serve.
Reese to serve. Carter Reese. Interesting name. Ball set back to Papa. Slams it down. Papa's on fire, baby. Uh-oh. You see Papa get pumped up like that. You're right. He's not usually this excited. I like to see that.
That's what's so fun about this game is when players like Raul get excited.
Ball hit the line. That's it. Amadi's going to argue it, but he knows it was in too. Great serve by Raul. IPFW's on a roll right now. That's the type of serving they need. They have to go for aggressive serves, and sometimes those serves will be out. But if you're close like that, they're usually going to drop in. Tune in to Channel 6 tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 to watch the Hawks from Quincy College take on IPFW. All the action of IPFW right here on Channel 6. Catch it all. Fans getting pumped up. Cheerleaders beating their megaphones. IPFW has really turned things around. If you remember, about halfway through this last game, Santa Barbara just killed IPFW the previous game, and we're killing them in the third game. All of a sudden, IPFW gets a couple great plays, turn it around, and right now they're rolling. Snowball effect, avalanche. They need to keep the start, though. They can't let Santa Barbara back in. It's very difficult for a team that's on the road, though, to take the momentum away from the home team when they have such momentum like this. Great block by Kujak. Squirrel tries to get it, but can't reach it. Velasco back to serve. He's had a great match tonight. Serves the ball to Papaleo. Papaleo with a perfect pass. Back to the Squirrel. Squirrel hits it. Velasco with the great dig. Ball set up to the middle, back to Lopez. Lloyd Ball with the set. Squirrel with the, that's why his shoulder's out of whack. Hits like that, man. Can you believe that? That was phenomenal. How'd he do that? Looked like Plastic Man. That was incredible. But as long as he keeps doing that, he can't expect his shoulder to get much better. Great play by Quentin Spiegel. Ball served to Amadi. Set back outside Amadi after a bad pass. Lloyd with the tip. Chance to get it over. Not. Another point for IPFW. They're on the roll here. Quentin Spiegel back to serve again. Zavilli calling out the signals, but so far it's been to no avail. Much better pass by Amadi. He tips it, but Papa's right there on it. Norman sets the ball over the net. IPFW's been playing better defense in Santa Barbara in this game, and that's why they're winning. Ball spiked out of bounds by Amadi. Better go to the bench and get somebody in there for Amadi. You know, he was their best player last year, but right now he's struggling.
Raul has really come alive for IPFW.
He really has. That was a great defensive play by Raul. We're doing what they do best, play defense. Normie just missed that one. It was a good swing, though. So we have to go after the overpass and try and kill it. We have all the momentum now. 3 more points in, and we got them. Kujak gets the kill. Back to serve Peter Kujak after the big kill. See what Colin Ryder's calling for him here. I think they're going to go back to zone 1. Right to Tanamati. Ooh, serves in the net. It's a good idea, but that's a big service error because we have a lot of momentum. We can't afford to let Santa Barbara back in this. Jason Mount with a very weak serve. Norman with the perfect pass. Up the squirrel out in the middle. Great dig by Mount. He's not known for his defense, but he's a great dig. And the ball rolls down the net. As we don't penetrate and get over, that's what's going to happen. Mount not known for his serving or his defense, but he makes a great defensive play there, digging that ball. Norman with the great pass. Up to Felipe. Great dig by Velasco. Hits from the middle back. Was going out of bounds, but Peter played it. Back to the squirrel. Squirrel does the same thing they did. They just did that. They didn't get over the net in time with the penetration. Roll down their chest. There you see Zalehi calling out the signals. Ball set outside to Lopez. Dug by Kujak. Back into Rawls, sitting outside the Loy, the hitting boy. Loy's dug by Lopez. Ball set back outside. Amati's up. Off the hands of Loy. If you notice there, Loy was hitting outside, Rawls was setting. As you know, Rawls was the center when he first came here as a freshman, and Loy's a very good outside hitter. So every once in a while, Coach Ball switched those two up to confuse the other team. Jump serve, Zeverly. Rawls with the pass, back to Felipe. Great set by Loy. Loy pops it up. Felipe sets. Rawls swings. Squirrel set outside to Papa. Great dig by Lopez. Loy pops up for Felipe to set. Loy drives the middle outside the roll. Ball dug by Lopez again. Zeverly back to Velasco. Velasco's blocked. Right on top of it at the net. It's Carter. Ball down for the point. And the crowd comes to life. Great job by Felipe Relax.
I think Pepa's lucky that went down.
Yeah. But every once in a while, it takes a little luck. Great serve. Ball spiked down through by Carter.
Ball back to Carter Reese.
Carter Reese with the goatee. Pound a couple balls through. Santa Barbara's in big trouble here. IPFW has to side out. Don't let them back in it.
Great pass.
Get them down and kick them out or down. Great hit by Quentin.
Unbelievable defense.
Set outside to the squirrel. Squirrel off the head. That's why you stay deep in the middle back. Plays just like that. That's a great play. Great defense. Oh, Norman with a little defense of his own. Out to the squirrel. Ball's blocked. Felipe covering like he should. Great defense by both teams. Quentin blocked. Great defense. Norman got called for the lift. The ball got caught in his chest, but he was where he was supposed to be on the cover. Both teams are playing phenomenal defense. This is what volleyball is all about. Long rallies like that because both teams are in position where they're supposed to be and make the great plays. Ball set up to the squirrel, the cut shot. My man's shoulder's going to be hurt tonight. Break out the ice pack.
Excellent choice by Lloyd. Quentin just hit the ball out of bounds, and then he went right back to him.
It's a phenomenal shot by Quentin. Like you said, Lloyd went right back to him. It's great to show Lloyd show his confidence in Quentin like that. Great dig by Felipe. Quentin with the set. Back to Lloyd for the blue. Lloyd just misses out of bounds. Now they're only down 7-4. They've closed the gap. They're only down 3 points. Jimmy Carter Reese cut back to serve. Ball spiked down. Look where he was on defense. If we can get a replay of that, everyone at home can see exactly where you're not supposed to play on defense. 3 feet in from the line, the ball set out on the line where he should have been. Easy kill. Horrible defense by Santa Barbara. Totally out of position. Here comes Amati. Once again, Felipe out of position again. He's saying there was a hole in the block. If there's a hole in the block, you're supposed to fill in that spot. But he's got to give the block another second to form. However, Felipe with his long arms can often get away with that more than other players because he's such a good defensive player because of his long body. Oh, Kujak. Kujak and Loy have really been connecting tonight, doing a great job.
Loy's really getting the ball up to him. That was a great set.
That it was. Here goes Jimmy Carter Reese's Pieces, wiping up the floor, slowing the game down. Carter Reese has played a pretty good game for Santa Barbara. But now he's in the back row where he's not as effective. There's Amadi with a big kill. Amadi doesn't look like the Amadi of old. He might have been injured earlier in the year. But he's not having the kind of match that I'm used to seeing him play. He looks like he's gained a little bit of weight also. Set back to Kujak, terminated. Carter Reese's Pieces couldn't pick it up.
He's really come into his own on this team.
Here comes Kojak back to serve. Like you said, he is coming into his own. Tough serve. Amadi with a great pass, though. Ooh, Lopez. Uh-oh. Lopez had a few words for the squirrel. I tell you what, the squirrel ain't going to take that laying down. Coming right back at you. Return to Jedi time. Ball's passed. Loy kicks it back to the squirrel. Ooh, out of bounds. Quentin wanted to get his revenge there, but he mishit. See if Loy goes back to him there. My guess is the set will be to Raul off of a combination type play. Raul had the pass though. Let's see what he does with it. Outside to Norman. Great hit. What an angle. That's one of the hardest shots in volleyball to hit. Norman just hit it to perfection. Aren't you proud of him, Jill?
I'm so proud of him.
Almodovar back to serve. Tough serve at Amadi. Amadi with another great pass. But Carter Reese cups is blocked. Outside, Lopez uses the block. Lopez is talking a lot of stuff through the net now. Todd Amadi has really picked his passing up a level. He's making perfect passes, and that's the reason why they're hanging tough, and now they're only down 7-5. They were down 7-2 at one point.
I wonder if he was hurt because he's a big part of that team, it seems like. He had to have been hurt or something.
It could have been that, you know. Seems like he's gained a couple pounds. Maybe he's lost a couple inches off his jump. I don't know, but he's a great player. And he's starting to show it late in this game.
Changing setting roles didn't seem to help him very much either.
No, this guy's a good setter, though. We played against him last year, but the setter they had in earlier was doing a great job. Kicked outside to Velasco. And once again, oh! Velasco speaking a little Spanish to Felipe through the net. This is the Santa Barbara I know. When they're pumped up, they start to say anything and everything through the net. IPFW is doing a good job of ignoring them, but I don't expect to see that last very much longer because it's very hard and difficult to ignore Santa Barbara. Squirrel off the block. Santa Barbara uses talking to motivate themselves. If you read the article in today's News Sentinel, they even admitted to that. They like to do that to motivate themselves, and it's very effective for them. It makes them play twice as hard when they're able to talk through the net with the other team. Oh, there's Velasco saying something to Raul in Spanish.
I would think these guys would be
time to break out your translation dictionary.
More friends.
Oh, I'm sure they're friends off the court.
Puerto Rico.
Hey, I'm friends with all these guys on Santa Barbara too, but I certainly had, you know, I didn't feel that way when we were playing against them.
I know competition's good and going at it's good, but this seems a little more than that.
Yeah, well, after the match, you know, usually bad feelings are forgotten. But, you know, I told you that's how Santa Barbara gets themselves motivated, and they're going to do that. And IPFW is doing a great job of not letting it sucker them in. The lift called. I couldn't tell from here, but Velasco's not too pleased with the call. See if we can listen in. Nope, no discussion. He's going back to play. Papa's been very cold-headed. He's had a few things said to him through the net, but Raul's a machine. He's like RoboCop.
A lot of things don't bother Raul. He takes a lot of stuff that doesn't bother him.
Super cool, just like RoboCop. Raul. Raul. Ooh. Ball's on our side of net, but Quentin didn't get over fast enough. He penetrated, but by the time his hands got over the net, the ball they had beaten him past. You have to get over quicker.
Seems like they're blocking a little further off the net, and that's why. Is that why the ball's rolling down like that?
Well, that can be good as long as you get over the net quickly, blocking off the net, because you get, you know, a steeper angle on your block. Great hit. Squirrel comes right back and makes up for it. I'm sure Coach Ball warned them about the talking of Santa Barbara, and that's why they haven't reacted to it at all. Great job by the team. Mount with the hit. It's Doug. Back to Squirrel. Squirrel pounds in the back corner. Velasco out of position.
Great choice by Loy. Once again, he's keeping Quentin in the offense in the back row.
Squirrel's getting it started. Set back to Velasco. And he pounds it through again, and he has something to say to our fans. Uh-oh. Don't talk to those guys back there in the corner. Velasco's saying something to the other team. He's talking to the fans. He's talking to everybody. But that gets him motivated, and he plays well when he does that. But those guys back here in the corner are the wrong guys to mess with, because they will heckle you all night long when you make a mistake. Tanamati with the jump serve, and he has a good one. Norman McGorn with the great pass. Back to the Squirrel. Ball was touched. Net violation also. Here comes Kojak with the serve. Great serve. Great pass. Back to Lopez with the tip. Wall can't pick it up. Norman talking to roll. They're communicating. Everything's okay. Team getting themselves together. Things have kind of been a stalemate here. IPFW leads 8-5. See if they can't get things started up here. Short serve by Jason Mount. Ball set outside to Norman. Blocked out of bounds. Side out to IPFW. Way to use the block, Norman. Ball popped up. Down for kill. Now they're talking through the net again. You hear them? There they go again. Zeverly talking through the net. I'm surprised the ref hasn't warned them about that. Is there a lot of talking in the women's game? In the men's game, it's a lot more frequent than it is in the women's game. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't think this kind of stuff goes on a lot in women's volleyball.
Have you been a part of that at any point?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. It's when it gets really emotional. It's not all the time, you know. It's at the peak of this game. I think that's why it's happening more so right now, is that it's at the peak of the game.
Did you talk a lot, Jill? Say things through the net?
Sometimes.
Oh, at least she's honest.
Sometimes.
Well, we all know Norman is a fiery player, but he's kept his cool tonight really well. Great pass by Norman. Lloyd tips it down. Oh, Carter Reese, that's a double hit. But Lloyd terminates that.
That's a triple hit.
What? The officials missed a couple calls there. It doesn't matter because Lloyd took hands to the IPFW bench, getting it going on. There goes the IPFW bench. Bart Simpson haircuts and all.
Lloyd did a good job there of not celebrating. He got right back up for the block.
These guys are out here for business. They owe Santa Barbara a victory here. Out to Velasco. You can't terminate it. Papa digs him. Out to Velasco again. Ooh, that boy is bad. There he goes through the net again. Had something to say to Squirrel. This is how they get themselves motivated, talking this stuff through the net. But IPFW is staying cool, ignoring it, and they have the lead 8-5, so they don't have to respond to it.
Very exciting volleyball game. It's been 8-5 for a long time. A lot of side outs.
Santa Barbara's a lot of fun to watch with that stuff, but they're very difficult to play against because it gets you very angry, and you have to work extra hard to keep your cool. Another ace. See a couple of the fans back there in the crowd speaking Spanish to Lopez, who's serving. We have some people here at IPFW who can't speak Spanish, and they're talking to him. They caused him to miss his serve. Big miss by Lopez. Felipe Relat back to serve. Serves Amati. Amati with another tremendous pass. Velasco pounds it through again. Velasco's done a really fine job tonight.
He's a tremendous player for a freshman.
Yeah, for a player period, but this freshman especially. Could be player of the year by the time he's a senior. Pounds it through again. I mean, we're talking Brent Hillier, Tom Sorensen class here.
What's so interesting, Neil, is that these guys that come from Puerto Rico, they start at such an early age. I know Norman started like at age 5. They start at such an early age and they play forever and ever, and they are so good.
They start out playing on nets about the height of a tennis net, and then they learn that they move the nets up a little bit. And like you said, they're around volleyball their life. That's also these California players, they're around the beaches, so they go out and play for fun when they're little kids. That was my biggest disadvantage. You know, I didn't start playing until I was a freshman in high school, which is earlier than a lot of guys from the East Coast. And these guys have a 5-6 year jump on me.
That's a big Midwest disadvantage.
Great shot by the Squirrel. But as I said last night, we're getting a lot of things started. You know, it was boys volleyball here in Indiana. You know, one coach I forgot to mention last night, Tom Bierman, with his great Snyder girls program, also has a great volleyball program over there at Snyder for guys. And if we can get more programs like that and start at the middle school level, we'll be able to catch up with California in no time at all. The one thing is, though, the Midwest and the East Coast tend to produce the best athletes. So that helps us to make up for the lack of not being able to play from the time when we're very young. Although California has produced some pretty great athletes too, but usually the great athletes from California will go and play other sports. Because volleyball doesn't get the recognition, not because volleyball, it doesn't take great athletes to play volleyball.
I think it disadvantages Indiana basketball. Indiana basketball is a big time.
Big time in name. Certainly it is. Wow, Velasco's really on fire. I'm looking forward to seeing his stats after the match because he's really put up some big stats.
I think he's MVP material.
Guys talking Spanish to Velasco. Let's see if it affects him. The fans talking Spanish to him, and he serves out of bounds. Those fans back there, they're getting on him in a language only he can understand. And there goes our little hecklers back there, getting motivated. Ball set outside to Amati, pounds it through. Amati's really come on and been a lot more consistent from the start of this game. And lo and behold, the score is 8-8. The score is all tied up now. IPFW has lost their lead. So things are all tied up. Ball set outside of Norman Almodovar. Great
Beautiful
dig by Carter Reese Cup. Outside the Norman again. This time he terminates it.
Norman's having a very good hitting game.
Yes, he is. He's been very consistent tonight. Substitution, Chad Blatchley coming in for Peter Kujak.
Peter's doing an excellent job.
It's been a tremendous match tonight as we're getting close to 11 o'clock. It's been dragging on. This one could go as late as 11:30, close to midnight. Chad Blatchley to serve. Ball misses out of bounds.
Again, Chad needs to just make it up here with a good dig. That's all he needs is a good dig.
Things have kind of stabilized here for both teams. They're just kind of going through the motions now, waiting to see who's going to break away from the pack.
Got to find out who wants it more right here.
Squirrel wants it. The big man out of Rochester, New York, comes through with a big kill. Back to serve. Comes a jump serve. Set outside. Lopez with a tip. Great get by Squirrel. Back to Norman. Oh, if we win this point, it'll be a big one. Ooh, terminated by Carter Reese. Oh, he thinks he's crisscross. Now they're trying to get through the net. But IPFW is ignoring them as usual, but now Santa Barbara's got a little bit of momentum winning that point after that great get by Quentin. Up in the net, big service error.
I think the setter, number 12, Jeff Zevely, had a lot of pressure on him. He came in a pretty crucial situation to set.
Crowd's kind of quieted down here. Everything's kind of low-key. Not at 8-8. It's a game of 7 now. Looking for someone to break open. 2 service errors back-to-back by both from team setters.
Hector Lopez back to serve for Santa Barbara.
Lopez, tough serve. Norman can't get a good pass. And as a result of the bad pass, Lloyd tried to force the middle and Quentin hit it out of bounds. So it all started with the pass there. But the reason why the pass was bad was because it was such a great serve. Ball with a great pass. Lloyd kicks it outside the Squirrel. Squirrel is blocked straight down by Velasco. Velasco with a couple words for Squirrel. Looking through the net. These guys are really cocky. And IPFW is kind of stable out big time though. Channel 6 is now accepting applications for underwriting and televising of IPFW sports events and other programs. For more information about how your business and organization can utilize this opportunity, call the Channel 6 office during business hours at 481-6000. So what's happened here, Jill? Why has IPFW lost the lead that they had up 8-5 now? Why are they down 10-8?
I think the emotion level is a lot lower. After every play, they were getting together there for a while, and now when there's a bad pass, they tend to go their own separate ways a little bit.
Well,
they just need to get it together and communicate with each other the way they did the first part of the game, and they dominated.
And the last game when they were down in a similar situation last game, and they came back. They need to get the crowd back in it right here. Great pass by Raul up to the Squirrel. Little tipsy doodle, gets it in bounds.
Kills the kill, Quentin.
Chad Blatch a little frustrated with himself. Leaves coach ball hanging, walks back to the bench. Needs to get himself mentally ready so he can come back in the game because we need him big time when he comes in. He really picks the team up. Ball served out of bounds, but if there is a time where you're going to be frustrated with yourself, the best time to do it is when you're taken out of the game and when you go to the bench. Chad Blatch does a good job of containing his emotions on the court there. And when he comes out, then taking care of it then while he's out of the game. Great pass by Norman, up to Peter. Set out to Raul, Raul fakes it, out to Squirrel. Squirrel wasn't ready. Ball's dug up by Velasquez to go out. Todd Amati with another kill. He's been really hot. Carter Reese back to serve.
Oh, another service error.
Another service error. You know, Santa Barbara has a great opportunity here on the road to send this one into 5 games like they did last year, in which they defeated us in 5 games last year. IPFW now down 11-8. Really has to come back and try and win this game so it doesn't get forced to a 5th. One factor, under the net, Santa Barbara, point for IPFW.
That was a great call by Patty. It was a great call by Patty.
Patty's on top of everything. One thing, IPFW, they need Steve Simonson, you see wiping up the floor there. IPFW needs to win this game, but if it doesn't go to a 5th game, they have an advantage because last night, whoa, Norm DeGore in the blocking store. Oh, what's up, Velasco? I don't see you saying nothing to Normie now. How come you're not saying anything now? Normie just put him in his place without saying a word and gave him a little look.
Pretty quick that time. Great serving, Raul. Raul is, great serving day.
Great dig by Lloyd Ball. Up for Norman, great save. Puts Velasco in his place again, leaves him on the floor. Mount's blocked. Sets up for Velasco. He's afraid of Norman, so he tips. Ball goes over net. He won't hit the ball. He's afraid of him. Norman has his heart. Goes outside to Amati. Blocked by Quentin out of bounds. Norman has Velasco's heart now. He's not going to swing at the ball. He's been having a lot of success, but he's afraid Norman's going to block him now. Similar to what Lloyd Ball did to Brent Hilliard in that Long Beach match. As I was saying, IPFW made a lot of substitutions last night and used their bench a lot, so they've been well rested. So if it does go 5 games, they should be in good shape to win the match. But we want to try and win it in 4 and get out of here. Ooh, blocked by Mount. Mount thinks he's God's gift to the world after the block. Let's Peter Kujak know that. Let's see if IPFW can come back here.
They've been a great comeback team tonight. It's very possible.
Great pass by Raul. Outside to Quentin. Ball dug by Velasco. Free ball over the net. Quentin plays it up. Sent outside to Norman. Dug by Velasco.
Net.
And Santa Barbara's in the net. Zeverly was in the net.
I think Loy's setting Norman more huts tonight to get the outside caught off guard.
That's because Norman's been doing such a great job of cutting that ball, hitting that angle shot, that if the middle blocker doesn't get there, Norman's getting a lot of kills. He's doing a great job. And now Norman's complaining about the other team talking through the net. I'm not sure that's what it looks like he's doing, but you know, it's something they have to watch. Because Santa Barbara has been saying some things to the net. Actually, what Norman was about there, I think he got a yellow card for smacking the ball down. You need to watch Santa Barbara as well. Both teams are getting a little bit heated here. Norman off the top of the block. Norman speaks with his arms.
He's really attacking the ball well tonight.
Norman speaks with his arms. It's a great hit by Norman. He's doing a great job. He's a very, very intense player. He's very critical of himself. When he gets mad, occasionally he'll spank a ball. For those of you who have been in Ball State's arena, he once kicked the ball up to the very top of Ball State's arena because he was frustrated with himself last year. So he's capable of showing a lot of emotion out there. Loy with the great soft block set by Norman. Loy with the pineapple. Where you at, buddy? You're too far up. You gotta stay deep, homie. Loy ball with the pineapple. Great shot.
He's so big, he's so capable of doing that.
Loy suckered him in. As you said, Loy's capable of doing that. He suckered them in. They got too close. They didn't stay deep like they should have, and Loy exploited it. Zavelli up to Tatamati with the tip. It's blocked back. Ball back to Velasco. It's inbounds. Wonder if you're going to call that a lift. He'd been calling that a lift in the previous game, but now he's not calling it.
He held on to a little bit too long, I think.
We're not at 12-0 here. This one's going to go down to the wire.
IPFW's been a very good comeback team, and they're back in it.
Santa Barbara asked for a lineup check, and they got it. Amati's the server. Good point, Joe. Pass by Pepa. Loy keeps it alive. Back to the Squirrel. Off the block, out of bounds. Squirrel uses the ball. Oh!
Looked
Tough
like a
angle.
touch. Looked like a touch.
It looked like a touch, but in respect to the officials, from the angle that was on, no one was in position to call the touch. So if you don't see it, you don't call it, and that was the correct call for them because they did not see it. Even though it was a touch, if you don't see it, you can't call it. So good job by the officials. Santa Barbara leads now 13-12. IPFW in a crucial timeout here to try and take the momentum back. College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. There we see April Bear, IPFW women's volleyball player. Andy Hancock, former IPFW player. Tracy Weaver, former IPFW player. And someone that looks very, very bored. This match is not in the least boring to me, though.
This is a wonderful match. This is what volleyball's all about.
Great defense by both teams. Great pass by Raul. Outside to Norman. Dug up. Ball set up high for Lloyd Ball. He kicks it back to Pete, and he's blocked straight down by Lopez. Santa Barbara leads 14-12. They need one more point to send this to the fifth game, which would be rally scoring. But if you remember, IPFW was in the same position last game, down 14-12. What happened? They won. Big game. IPFW has to come out here. Come out with a side out and get the momentum back. The crowd's trying to pick him up. I like that. The crowd's in it. Served by Amati, passed by Norm Begorm, set back to the Squirrel. The ball set out of bounds. We're going to game 5. Rally scoring. The teams will go to their benches. The captains will come out. There'll be another coin flip. Whoever wins the toss will probably elect to receive, since it is rally scoring and it's to your advantage to be receiving. Then they will go. Every point will count. and there'll be a cap 17. The first team to 15 to win by 2 wins, or the first team to 17. After these messages for the rally scoring 5th game.
Earth Day, Sunday, April 25th. Earth Day, Sunday, April 25th at IPFW. For more information, call 420-CARE.
Ma'am, excuse me. Could you help me, please? Sir, could you help me, please? My little girl, she needs blood. Could you help me? I'm sorry. Somebody, please? My daughter, she needs blood. Could you please help? Somebody help me.
Imagine if you had to ask for blood to save the life of someone you love. Next time the American Red Cross asks, give blood, please.
This is the increasingly competitive world we live in, and this is the country we want ahead of the competition. These are the people we'll be depending on to keep this country ahead of the competition. These are the colleges and universities we're relying on for the people we're depending on to keep this country ahead of the competition. So if you want America to stay #1 in the world, do something about it. Give to the college of your choice.
What comes to your mind when you think about statistics? Polls, gambling, maybe baseball. Sure, but how about lightning, lobsters, music, chocolate cake, sex discrimination, heart attacks, potato chips, traffic, the ozone layer, Shakespeare, monkeys, dancing, drug testing? If some of these things didn't make your list, then you should be watching Public Television's new statistics series, Against All Odds.
All the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
The power of teaching.
The world won't get no better if we're just
The power to wake up young minds. The power to wake up the world. Teachers have that power. Reach for the power. Teach. I'm Edward James Olmos, and we're recruiting new teachers. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
Back here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, getting ready for a very exciting Game 5. There you see the scores. IPFW win the first game 15-13, losing the second 15-3, winning the third 16-14, losing the fourth 15-12. Last year it went 5 games. We came out and losing in. This year it's going to be a different scenario. IPFW needs to come out this game, unlike last year, jump on them early and get the big lead, because if you get behind rally scoring, it's very hard to come back. A 3-point lead in rally scoring is like a 10-point lead in regular scoring, because it's so difficult to come back and the game's over so quickly. The way this will work, every point will count just like a ping pong game. Once one team gets to 8, the teams will switch sides. If the game gets tied at 14-all or 15-all, there's a cap 17, so a team can win 7 if the game goes the distance. Volleyball calling out the signals. IPFW did win the coin toss and elected to receive. Jump serve, Papa passes it. Lift called on Santa Barbara. It's a good call. Point for IPFW. They're out to a 1-0 lead. You need the crowd in here. This is the 5th game. This is all or nothing. Crowd's got to get started
It's very
up.
important in the rally score not to miss your serve, because it's an automatic point.
Ball spiked out of bounds. 2-0 IPFW. Lopez thinks it was in, but it was clearly out of bounds from up here. Big lead. We have to keep our serves in here. Missed serves count for points for the other team this time. So our service is going to be a big part of this game. We've had some problems with that the past 2 days. Great hustle by Lloyd. Coach Ball telling Quentin to spread his arms on the block. often players will keep their hands too close together and it takes up a lot less area. The further your arms are spread apart, the more area you can take up, especially out of the middle when you're blocking by yourself. Quinn Spiegel with the cutback, ripping his arm out of socket, but getting the kill.
That can really cause some problems. Shoulder injuries are very serious.
Certainly, but Quinn's been doing that all of his life, so he knows what he can handle and what he can't. Oh, Velasco with the bad pass outside to Amati. Amati slams it down, though. Carter Reese with the big hit
Great
there.
dig by Felipe Relat.
Keeps Santa Barbara within a point. It's now 3-2. There you see Jose Gandara and Ken Preston. Great coaching staff for Santa Barbara. Doing a fine job here tonight, bringing their team back after losing that close third game and winning the fourth game, forcing it to this here fifth game, which is rally score. Carter Reese back to serve. Ball served to Norm Gorm, out to Peter, terminated. Raul Papaleo back to serve. Jumping, serves the ball back to Amati, perfect pass. Back to Velasco, he puts it away, and he has a word or two for Lloyd Ball after he does it. Game is now 4-3, IPFW leads, 4-3. They wipe up the floor, they get back in, Lloyd calls out the signals. He's calling Quentin on a back four. Peter's running a front one, he's up. Oh! Big call, he calls the left.
That was a good call. That was one of the ones I thought was a good call. Otherwise,
yes,
I think
it was a good call.
Being consistent.
The only reason I said was because it hurt us. 4-4, but it was a good call. But Lloyd will come right back here and make a great play. Ball's up, Lloyd sets it outside to Norman. Terminated. Norman with the big kill there as we retake the lead 5-4. Quentin Spiegel back to serve. Great serve, Amati off the block, out of bounds. Tanamai doing a great job tonight, coming in off the bench. He started out really slow, but now he's really picked it up and really picked his team up.
He's an excellent ball player. I'm curious to know what happened, why he didn't start tonight.
Well, I know once he did come off the bench and get it cranked up after a slump at the beginning, he's really done a lot. Here comes a jump serve. Amati Papaleo passes it outside to Norman. Norman has just been a rock for us tonight. It looked like a touch. No touch. Norman's asking for it. They don't call it. Santa Barbara now leads 6-5. Todd Amati jump serving. Into the net. Service errors count for points. It's now tied 6-all. Ball spiked out of bounds. Another point for IPFW. Errors like that give you points. The IPFW leads 7-6 now. Another great serve. Outside to Velasco. It's blocked down. Another block by Loy. Sets back to Velasco again. Oh, and he terminates it. The boy is on fire. He's just played a tremendous match tonight. Oh, but he's called over. And they switched sides. It was a good call, though. I had no idea he was from the back row. I thought he was a front row player. He stepped over the line. You're not allowed to step over the line. Now the score is 8-6. The players on the court must go to the end line. The players on the bench will switch benches. They'll blow the whistle. They'll rotate around the court in a circle-like fashion, and they'll continue playing on. Chad Blatchley back to serve. Need a big one from him here. He comes in off the bench and gives us a big spark. We need it right here. Ball spiked out of bounds. Jason Mount wants the touch. Santa Barbara's very angry. The IPFW now leads 9-6. Kim Preston calls for the timeout. On that play, I'm not sure. I may have seen a touch. Let's see if we can get a replay here. Can we get a replay? Because it looked to me like that ball may have been touched. IPFW doing a great job. They now have a 9-6 lead. That's a 3-point lead. That's very difficult to come back from. Can't tell from that angle if that was a good shot on the replay. But if you don't see it, officials, you don't call it, which happened earlier. IPFW had a close call in the last game where no touch was called when Quentin Spiegel hit a ball off the block out of bounds, but the referees didn't see it, so they shouldn't call it. If they don't see it, they shouldn't let the other team influence it and call it. Crowd getting into it, pumping us up here. We're up 9-6. 6 more points, and we're going home. It's getting kind of late, too. 11-17. Great serve by Chad Blatchley. Ball kicked outside to Velasco. Block straight down. See ya, homie. Got nothing to say to Felipe that time. He's been talking to Felipe all night long through the net. Felipe lets us block and do the talking.
That was excellent block.
Chad Blatchley back to serve. Serves to Armani. Great set outside. Lopez is blocked by Norman. Great dig by Raul. Whoa, Felipe in the net. That's okay. Chad Blatchley getting Felipe pumped up. No big deal after the play. We're still up 10-7. All we have to do is side out the rest of the way. What I mean by side out is simply when they serve the ball to us, run it back down their throat. If we do that the rest of the game, we win. They have no chance of winning as long as we do that. Great serve, Norman with the pass outside, back out to Normie. Normie out the block, not.
Absolutely a very beautiful set by Lloyd right there.
Going backwards, shows his upper body strength to kick that ball all the way outside.
Unbelievable set to Norman, unbelievable.
A great hit by Norman off the block, now we lead 11-7. Ball dug by Blatchley, great dig. Chad's up to hit, oh, and he puts it in the net. Great dig. We're now up 11-8. It's like I said, it's another chance to side out here. As long as we side out 4 more times, we win the game. And we're one of the best side out teams in the country. Very potent offense. Back to Squirrel, very deep. Ball hit out of bounds. Now it's 11-9. Santa Barbara closes the gap. It's down to 2 points. This one's going to go down to the wire. Got the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont all rolled into one right here. Great pass by Raul, back to Papa. Papa Saw, take care of business. Raul's a very steady player and never loses his cool. That's where he earned his nickname, Raw Cool Papaleo. Comes back with a big kill there for us off the combination. Lloyd called the combination play, it worked to perfection. Lloyd with the jump serve, great pass by Amani, sets outside the Velasco, clamp, but the coverage is there. Outside the Lopez, hits the ball, dug by Lloyd. Norman sets the ball, he sets up for Lloyd at the back row attack. Lloyd blocks it, blocked out of bounds, point IPFW. 13-9. Great job off the set. Back to Lloyd Ball with the big hit. Coach Ball telling Chad Blatchley to settle down. It's great to have emotion right now, but they need to stay steady. Team's really pumped up, the crowd's pumped up. Great job here in the 5th game. 2 more points and we'll avenge last year's 5-game loss and the loss earlier this year. Here comes Lloyd with the jump serve. Ball serving to the net, 13-10. Whenever there's a serving error and rally score, it is a point for the other team. Big time hurt. Santa Barbara calls a timeout. What does Santa Barbara need to do now to get back in the match, Joe Lyon?
I think they need to get this serve in bounds and make a good defensive play when the ball comes back over the net.
And on the nose, it comes up with the serve here. If they miss a serve here, the match is pretty much over because then IPFW lead 14-10. On the other hand, they can't serve lightly because IPFW will side out because of their great offense. So they have to go for a very tough serve, which runs the risk of missing it. But
this game is far from over, though. California plays great defense.
Great point, Joe Lyon. in rally scoring, you have to play great defense because every point counts. And with IPFW's great offense here with that potent attack from all their hitters, Santa Barbara has to pick the ball up here. Big serve here. Who's back to serve for them? Lopez is back to serve. He served well tonight. He's been jump serving all night. Let's see if they put him up or keep him down.
Players had to be so tired from jump serving all night.
They're going to keep you down. He's serving from way back in the parking lot. Great serve to roll. Great pass. Back to Papa. See ya! What's gonna be ya? Combination rolls on fire. Double substitution. Brad Priaditis in for Felipe Relat. Peter Kujak in for Chad Blatchley. Remember, Brad Priaditis in the third game came in with the big serve and the big dig. If he can do it here, this match is over with.
One defensive play and it's over.
Tough serve deep. Lopez passes it. Ball's kicked up to Reese. Ooh, termination. Big swing by Carter Reese Cup. Keeps him in it, but now IPFW has a 14-11 lead. All they have to do is side out once, and this match is over, and that's what IPFW does best, side out. So in order for Santa Barbara to win this match, it takes close to a miracle. Timeout, IPFW. Coach Ball calls a timeout. Try and break Santa Barbara's momentum, just get his team settled down, make them realize that they only need one side out, one hit, one kill, one service error, anything of that nature, and this match is over with.
I think that's an excellent timeout to calm this team down. Make sure they get ready back in for a good side out.
He's the master. He knows when to call timeouts, when to make substitution, knows it really well. As do all the coaches here. You have four very fine coaches here, McLaughlin from Loyola Marymount, Preston from UC Santa Barbara, and the two best possibly in the country, and Coach Shondell from Ball State, and Coach Ball here from IPFW. Looks like we could have a Midwest sweep over California tonight. Ball State taking out Loyola Marymount last night, and IPFW with the chance to take out Santa Barbara tonight. Here's the serve. Norman Almodovar passes it. Ball's outside the roll. Blocked down. That's one down, two to go to tie it for Santa Barbara. Here comes Felipe Relat back into the game for Brad Priaditis to break the momentum.
Brad's done a very good job under pressure tonight. He's coming in pretty pressure situations.
He's done a great job. It's got to be the haircut. Now Santa Barbara needs to do that 2 more times.
One side out,
great
that's all
pass.
we need.
Sets up to Kujak. Ball's out of bounds. They need to do it one more time. The ball was out of bounds, so it was a good call. I didn't know if there's a touch. IPFW uses their last timeout. Now they're up 14-13. This one's going to go to the wire. Big timeout by Coach Ball to break the momentum. Coach Ball has done everything in his power to break Santa Barbara's momentum. First he called a timeout, then he used the substitution, bringing Felipe Relat back to the game for Brad Priaditis. Now he calls another timeout. Got to pull out all the stops here. It's all
we
or
need is
nothing
one
right
side
here.
out, one side out, and this game's over.
We had 3 chances. We've used up 2 of them.
Got to be aggressive on the hit. Got to be aggressive.
Okay, here's the big serve. Stack blocking at the net. The big screen by Santa Barbara. Serve it! See ya, Santa Barbara. Take the next flight out of Bearfield. Great job by Kid Preston bringing his team back there. It was a great match. IPFW team there celebrating. Tremendous match by Santa Barbara. They played really well. Very intense. Great team. And they are honestly in contention to finish first or second out there and possibly make it to the Final Four, so we may see them again before the year is over with. Great match by both teams. Fans that came out here tonight were treated to a great match. We're going to be back right after these messages with the player of the game, Volleyball.
I never saw anybody light up a bar like Jack.
You can say that again.
He had 1 million jokes.
2 million.
Oh, what a riot.
Oh, yeah.
One of a kind.
No kidding.
I swear, if I thought he couldn't drive, I'd have said something. You know? I mean, how could you spoil his fun?
Right. Take the keys, call a cab, take a stand. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Color, space, line, form. These basic elements have been used by painters, sculptors, and architects to create artworks of timeless beauty and value. The Art of the Western World television course examines many of mankind's most enduring achievements and provides you with the key to the language of art.
Come from?
Tonight, Dolores had a few drinks, did some crack, and ended up another tragic story. Only she doesn't know it yet. Drugs make you forget. And if you forget how risky sex can be, you could catch the AIDS virus and not know it for months, even years. AIDS, another way drugs can kill.
As an athlete, it's especially painful to watch cocaine destroy those around me. How could these heroes with strength and discipline fall for cocaine? They thought they could control it. That's the big lie. No one controls cocaine. So don't blame them. Learn from them. If you're using cocaine, get help.
Call 1-800-662-HELP.
Tony had some drinks, a few joints, and got into a fatal accident tonight. Only he doesn't know it yet. Drugs make you forget. And if you forget how risky sex can be, you could catch the AIDS virus and not know it for months, even years. AIDS, another way drugs can kill.
Welcome back to IPFW. We're going to go down to the floor for the award ceremony.
We've already had a couple players named.
From IPFW, Volleyball. From UC Santa Barbara, Hector Lopez. And the 1993 Spring Fling Invitational MVP from IPFW, Raul Papaleo.
We at IPFW are pleased to be able to bring you the cable cast of the NCAA athletic competition. We hope you've enjoyed the show and the excitement of intercollegiate sports from IPFW. To provide such programs, we need your support. With the help of many volunteers, we are able to produce these programs at a relatively low cost. Your contribution will help defray the production costs not covered by the Channel 6 budget. College Cable Access Center invites you to invest in quality college programming by sending your contribution to the Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana 46805. Please make your check out to the Indiana Purdue Foundation at Fort Wayne and designate it for college cable access athletics. Now let's go down to the floor from Neil Day and MVP Lloyd Ball.
Back here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center with player of the game of IPFW, Lloyd Ball. Lloyd, I thought you could have easily gotten MVP of the tournament. You did a great job. Both nights you could have gotten player of the game. I thought you did a great job leading the team. What does this win mean for IPFW?
Well, I think it's a huge stepping stone for us. You know, we've never really beat these guys, and we played them out in San Diego about a month and a half ago, and they really thumped us in 3 games. So I think it's a real big confidence builder. You know, we've come off a lot of big wins at BYU, at SDSU, and now this one. You know, top 10 teams that are ranked above us. So I think this just kind of puts us another step up, and hopefully gives us something to shoot for in UCLA.
Okay, as you know, Santa Barbara beat us here in 5 games this year. They also beat us 3-0 out there, and probably our worst match of the year playing out there. What does it mean in the rivalry between us and Santa Barbara?
I think it means a lot. You know, they're known as not really conceited, but a really confident team. And they talk a lot of stuff through the net, and a lot of times that intimidates a lot of our players, but they stuck in there and kind of stuck it to them with the play and not so much to talk. And I think that hurts them even more. And it's just a great feeling for everybody to know that we finally kind of put them back where they belong.
I think you guys did a fine job of refraining from the talking and everything. Now, where do we go from here? We got the tournament coming up at Ball State, then we have Ohio State and Ball State on their courts. What do we have to do to win those matches?
Well, I think it's going to take care of themselves. We want to beat Ohio State more than anyone realizes. You know, they came in here and embarrassed us, and we haven't lost them in I don't know how many years. I mean, back before you even been here, Neil. And we're just not going to let that happen again. We're going to go over and bury them in 3. And we're going down Ball State, and we're going to bury them, and we're going to go all the way.
I agree, buddy. So I'll be there for all of them.
All right.
Good job, buddy. Back up to Jill in the booth.
We'd like to take this time to thank the Channel 6 volunteer crew and the Learning Resource Center at IPFW for their contributions to the live production of our volleyball match. This college access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana. The telecast of this IPFW sporting event is copyrighted and sole property of the College Cable Access Channel in Fort Wayne. Unauthorized copying, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. Don't forget to tune in to Channel 6 tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock for NCAA action as IPFW hosts Quincy College. For IPFW Volleyball, this is Jill Lyon and Neil Day. Goodbye for now.